I'm a gun-toting patriot, God-fearing patriot. Bryson, why they mad? Cause I'm real and they be faking it. Free speech advocate, it's on my mind, I'm saying it. I'm about to buy another gun and ain't nobody taking it. Gun-toting, Bible reading, God believing, truth speaking, American. This MAGA season, Democrats committing treason. I know they think it's sweet, but you don't know who you dealing with. This for free thinkers only. You ain't got no membership. They free General Flynn out the cage, cause he innocent. Barton Roger Stone, cause the run know that he innocent. We need to kick out every single illegal immigrant. Mandatory voter ID laws we need to implement. Tell Jussie Smollett that I know this MAGA country. Tell China we know they.
Hello, everybody. I am here just a few minutes early because I was thinking, maybe I'll just wait till later when Trump actually is talking. But then, the rally already started and I'm excited and I already saw you guys in the chat. So I'll just give everybody a minute to come back on because I said I was going to come at 4. I also put the link there if anybody wants to join me. We have until 5 o'clock before Trump actually takes the stage so we can, chat for a minute. Okay, I'm going to get to your comments in a second. I got to tell King Tony that I'm on. Okay, guys, who's excited? Let me know if you're in the chat. Who is excited for tonight? I cannot believe that this is actually called the Celebratory Victory Rally. Isn't that exciting? Hey, Gigi.
Hey, I put in the comment section. I'm in about 3, 4, 5 minutes. I'm gonna do a video. There's a real short one, and I'm at Walmart. Eggs are $11.34.
Wow!
It's Donald Trump's fault. I'm talking to people. I didn't, out of respect. There's an older lady. She's like early 60s, right? Late 50s. Real heavy set and everything. And she's just wailing on Trump. It's his fault. He's not even in office yet. He's not even. And the eggs. So I just wanted to say, hey, this is so awesome. I wanted to do this video, just a timestamp, put a date on it. Like, hey,
yes,
eggs are this much before Donald Trump. Let's find out what they are a week. So if you want to try to mentally put it in your brain.
Okay.
Hey, Gilbert, next week I'm going to go to the store and find out what's happening to egg prices. I think that would be pretty interesting. But
so wait, $11 for how many eggs? A dozen?
Well, they were organic, $11.34 for a dozen, but you can get like 18 of them for like $9. Everything is still high, and that affects prices of bread because and stuff like that. But I just thought it would be neat to timestamp it, like, hey, like a snapshot of time. Okay. But it's so funny how our Democrat friends are blaming Donald Trump. It's like, us apostates, we're the problem with the Jehovah's Witnesses. We don't even go to church.
Yeah, you're so right. Wow.
You blame us and we don't even go to church, with you guys. So
after your video, you're going to come back?
Oh, hell yeah. And then I'll get the popcorn and say hi to all your friends in the chat. I'll see you later.
Yes. All right. Bye, Gigi.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, I texted Tony on Discord. Maybe you guys could spam her. If you're on Discord, tell her to get the heck over here. I am trying to witness history with you guys. Oh, let me take that comment off. All right, I'll say hi to you guys really quickly. Oh, somebody from X. Hey, if you're watching from X, join the party on YouTube. There's a link if you want to join me and watch the rally with me and my my community. We got Becky in the chat. Hi, Becky. We got Fire here. Hello, Ruby. Yeah, sorry, guys. 3 p.m. I was rushing and I was like, oh. Oh, hi, Shaq. And Michelle. Hi, guys. Kristen or Ruby, if you come up to New England in August, let me know. I don't think I will. I don't think I'll be going. But thank you, though. That was very nice of you. Okay. Becky says, I'm gonna get I'm gonna get stoned and watch the football game later. Aw. Okay, see you back here. Yes. No, we gotta watch this victory rally. Yes, Michelle's here. K Fred, hey, how are you? It's the Federal Reserve's fault and government bad decisions. Yep, thanks, Michelle. Trump and Biden are just puppets. No one should blame Trump or a man with dementia. Very good one. Good one. Okay. Yeah, for real. Go to Discord and tag her like, hello, King Tony, where are you? I want her to witness this. Example, the whole TikTok thing. It's all political theater. Not only that, but TikTok was problematic since the very beginning. And I never really... Listen, I don't care. I don't care about TikTok. Okay, I've never used it and I don't care about it. And I'm happy it's gone. I don't really care for it. But I do understand what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just a risk, I guess. I don't know. They should have never allowed it to begin with. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Just, it's all stupid. I don't care about it. This is what I care about. I care about this rally. I care about the inauguration tomorrow. This is what I care about. And also watching it with you guys live. We need to witness this history together. Just like we did on election night. We streamed like 9 hours that night. Okay? That's what's really important. Michelle says, yes, I don't use it either, but it's a slippery slope. It's a form of banning free speech. I don't think so, in my honest opinion. I don't think so, because there's so many other platforms. Like, first, let's have the conversation about how American platforms be censoring Americans before we even get to the whole problem with TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's first fix that. Like YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all of those, you know, platforms already censor us. So it's like, why are we fighting over TikTok? You know, like, that's just stupid. Okay, well, I have the rally here just in case, so we can keep tabs on it.
Hardworking, God-fearing, rock and roll patriots. Bob is truly one.
I have to fix this. What the heck? Okay, stop sharing. Okay, there we go. I had to fix it.
America rock, 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 rock. Let's make America rock again.
We the people, in all we do, reserve the right to scream, screw you. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. Wear your mask, take your pills, now a whole generation's.
All right. So let's see. That's going on. They're having an intro there. Firecracker says, same here, Ruby, about TikTok, but what about YouTube? Is YouTube safe from being taken down? I don't know. I heard that they took also the editing CapCut app. They took it down too. And I'm like, why? Because that's what I use. I mean, so many people use that to edit videos and stuff like that, to do YouTube and things like that. So I don't know what happened. Michelle says, and look what happened. It herded Americans over to a Chinese app. Well, I mean, they could have gone to Instagram. What's the problem with Instagram? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Yeah, conversation for another day. But it is still interesting. Becky says, Red 2 due to be banned in US by 2027. Jane Man United. Hey, Ruby. Hi. Oh, yeah, you use CapCut too? Yeah, me too. Like, I don't even know what I'm going to use anymore if it's true. Wow, we have a lot of people watching from X. Welcome to the channel. If you want to join the party, you can join us with the link that is pinned to the top of my chat. And I don't even have my phone. I don't think, can I make a phone call while I'm streaming? I don't know. I'm gonna try something. Hold on one second. I'm gonna try to call her. Oh, it went through. Okay, I'm making a phone call at the same time that I'm here. So just give me 1 second, guys.
It's all for blood, and it's
All right, so she didn't answer. I think it's back up because Trump got whatever negotiation he wanted to get to begin with. Okay, so I think they had to bend the knee and follow the rules, and they did. Yeah, so we'll see. I guess we'll see, Michelle. I guess we'll find out and we'll see. All right, so I tried to call her. I'll also put the link if anybody wants to join our Discord server. If you are new here and would like to join us, there is a Discord server, Extra W Friends, where the whole community online of Extra Jehovah's Witnesses get to socialize. Okay, I usually do movie nights there. Michelle joins us, King Tony, San Diego. Who else? Vern's good wife. We have movie night and we have fun. All right, we got Gigi back. Hey, Gigi.
Hey, I did the video. It's just 4 minutes, but about the eggs, and I really think this is a teachable moment now that Donald Trump's coming in, right? That we're always blaming everyone, like we are in a cult religion. Regardless, name the cult. Just put in your cult of choice. It's always everybody else's fault. It's your guys' fault I cheated on my wife. It's your guys' fault that I embezzled the money. It's always everybody else's fault and just right there about all the world's a stage. And I kind of disagreed with her when she talked about how it's political theater. I really do believe, and I may be wrong, Ruby, but what you're witnessing with Donald Trump is I really do believe there are a group of, the reason Jesus hasn't returned is because he said that the majority of good, when the majority of good people were gone, right, he had to come in.
Yeah.
So that means the majority of the people on planet Earth are decent, good people that are redeemable, all of us. So the great majority, but for some reason, the evil people, they're like termites. Alex Jones talks about how they don't go out and get the whole house. They just go up one column. And then once they go up that column, they get to the top. See, they don't have to go through the whole house. They just have to get one part. And that's how it is with governments. They that cancer just gets in on one section and then they get into the top. So what I think you're seeing with Donald Trump, especially like with the MAGA, and a lot of people get upset. They go, "Oh, you're a Trump supporter." Yeah, because Mitt Romney's gone, because John McCain's are gone. All of the old Republicans have been kicked out. And they're still trying to get in because they're like the termites. They're like the cancer. But I think what you're seeing is good people do exist, and they're trying to make a more perfect union ever since, the beginning of this country. So what we're witnessing is we're never going to get anything perfect, but what we're witnessing is good and evil fighting. And all I'm saying is put away your hate, put away your anger, your prejudices, and just join Donald Trump whenever you see that you could work with him. Like he just eliminated red number 3 and he's not even president. Kennedy's not even in charge and they've already eliminated red 3. So all I'm saying is he's not even president and they just announced those 3 girls that were returned, the hostages, they're free. So that's what I'm saying. If you can put away your hatred and your anger, find something that you could work with Donald Trump and join just that bandwagon. You don't have to be a Republican. You can say, what Donald Trump wants to do, I'm going to work with him on this. I'm still going to vote Democrat. I'm still going to do this. Okay, that's fine. But don't be a hater is what I'm trying to say. Does that make any sense or no?
Yeah, no, I agree with you because I did not like a lot of the things that was going on in the Republican Party, and I don't consider myself Republican either, but I had to choose. You know what I'm saying? Like when it really comes down to it, you have to choose. And I'm not going to be one of those types of people that would not do something like a protest vote or a vote out of spite or be a single issue voter either. Like that's not me. But I was like, okay, Donald is the best out of everybody, is the best, even though I was like 2 seconds away from voting for for Randall Terry, the Constitution Party.
Now, think about this, because we come from an ex-Jehovah's Witness background. The Republican Party is like the Jehovah's Witness. They had a great game. They had great books, great titles. Everything sounded pretty, but they had Stephen Ladd. They had Anthony Morris. You know, they had Mitt Romney. They had the McCains. So the Republican Party, I think, we're like Jehovah's Witnesses. They had a beautiful platform, beautiful words, but that's all it was. It was words. And so finally, imagine if the apostates start taking over Watchtower, like in the actual, then it would change. And that's what you're seeing right now, that Donald Trump really is an apostate. And I think that's why we relate to him, because, you know, we are apostates. But we're like, no, there has to be change. So Donald Trump is the greatest apostates in the way I look at him. He represents what we represent, but he's very effective at what he does. He's calling out the leaders, and he's going in and cleaning house. He found a way to do it without being. And they tried to disfellowship him. How many times?
Yeah, they smeared him and, you know, dragged him through the mud and everything. Tried to ruin his reputation. Tried to ruin his presidential run. And that's like interference, in my opinion. So it was like, why are you trying to interfere so much? Like, they were so afraid of him. And that's what got me to start focusing more on politics. Hi, San Diego.
Okay. Well, that's all I have. Well, I think it's going to be a great show. It's going to be a great night. I hope everybody comes in, Jimmy and Jesse and everybody else. I'll text them.
Yeah, for real. I need to start texting people too.
I'll text Jimmy and everybody else. JP. Shout out to JP. He's the one that called me to tell me that you're going to go live.
Yeah,
but this is a time to be happy. And listen, there's a part of the Bible. I think it's in. I know it's in like Deuteronomy, Numbers, one of those. And God gives a commandment to the people. And you know what the commandment is, Ruby? That nothing but joyful you must be. There comes a time when God says we're going to party. God, our Father, right? Dad says we're going to party. And he doesn't want nobody upset. He doesn't want anybody mad at the party. And he told the Israelites, when we have these, you know, festivals, nothing but joyful you will be. Put aside your anger. Put aside everything. I know your rent payment is going high, but the illegals are leaving and they're going to start dropping the rent prices. So put away, you know, put everything aside. Today and tomorrow, you know, our problems are not going to go away, but it's time to party. It's time to have a good time. And
yes.
Let's just party. Let's just be happy. And we should do this every 4 years, because we have a brand new president and nobody got shot and killed in the process. Right? Yeah. We are unique in that we understand the giving and taking of power. We're unique. Let's celebrate the things that unite us. Let's just be happy. And we'll fight on Tuesday.
Yep. Hi, American Honey 56 from X. Thanks, Gigi. Yeah, come back when Trump comes on, because I hope Jimmy also joins us, because my thing is, I know we're going to hear a lot of good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like we're going to hear a lot of things that we want to hear, but I want to see action. I want Trump to actually do what he says this time around. So I hope it happens.
Yeah. All right. Hey, we'll see you later. Have a good show.
All right. Bye, Gigi. All right. So San Diego's in the chat. Hey, San Diego. If I make my way to Arizona, I'm buying Gigi and Jesse a drink. Awesome, San Diego. Firecracker says it will be the golden age. I like the sound of that. I really do. All right, guys. Well, the music's playing. I'll let it play because I don't think I'm going to monetize this anyways. So I'll listen to the concert that's going on here. I don't even know who this guy is. I don't know who Kid Rock is. So, you know, don't drag me. I'm just too young for it. I'm gonna call Tony on the phone too, so I'll just mute myself for a second.
All the crackheads, the critics, the cynics, all my heroes in the methadone clinics, all you bastards in the IRS, for the crooked cops and the cluttered dens, for the shots of Jack and the cats of men, the half pints of love with the fists of dress, for all who's all tricking out Hollywood, and for my hoods of the world misunderstood. I said it's all good, yeah, it's only fun. Get in the pit and try to love someone.
All right, Michelle. I don't know who Kid Rock is. Yeah, don't drag me in the comments, guys. I'm only 28 years old, and I grew up in a cult, guys. My mom did not let me listen to any of this type of music or know anything about the world. I don't know who this is, and I'm also like I'm super young, so I don't know this guy. Sorry, I don't know who he is. Jay, are you a fan? Are you a fan of this guy? It sounds like you're a fan for him. Gigi says, yeah, I heard OG Kid Rock, but not my cup of tea. Oh, okay. I don't even know what he sings or anything like that. Sorry. I think Carrie Underwood is going to perform there too. The View wasn't too thrilled about it. Yeah, I think she's going to play in the inauguration. I think that's tomorrow. I think. So we'll see. Michelle's over there laughing. All right, well, I just got in contact with Tony, so she's going to be joining us on the stage in a few. If anybody else wants to join us, hit that link at the top. If you're watching on X, join the party on YouTube. Watch with us. You can, talk with us about the rally. What do you think is going to happen the next 4 years? I don't know. I'm pretty nervous, but excited and happy at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what to expect. There was a whole bunch of rumors on X saying that, the plans were canceled a couple times and it's not going to happen outdoors. It's going to be indoors. Like, I don't know what the heck is going on, but Jimmy was sending us a whole bunch of information on X and I'm trying to keep up with it. And I'm like, okay, but what does this mean? Like, I've never seen this happen like this. We've always seen the president outside. We've always witnessed this on TV, just normal. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how to feel about those things. I don't know. Should we be concerned? I don't know how I should feel about it. Michelle says, I forget how young you are. You have an old soul. Yeah, I probably do. And if you follow me on X, you would know that today I almost had a panic attack. I was looking at myself in the mirror and I see this hair just sticking out. And if you follow me on X, you already know what I'm about to say, because I found a white hair. Guys, I almost had a heart attack. And then I was like, what should I do? Should I pluck it out? Do I have to dye my hair now? What the heck is going on? I found a silver white hair. It was sticking out. If he wanted me to see him there. And I'm freaking out. I have never seen a white hair ever. What does that mean, guys? I'm getting scared. I am getting scared. Oh, you don't understand what I had to deal with today. It's Kid Rock. Really, it's okay. Yep. Becky says, I don't know what to expect, but she's not nervous. Okay. I don't know. I'm a little nervous. Jay says, I guess I'm old at 46. You and me both, Jay. Michelle. Oh my God, you guys are killing me. Okay, Ruby, I will join X tomorrow. I mean, you don't have to, but I usually put everything on X first since I'm always there. So it's kind of like you would know what I'm going to talk about on YouTube because I get all of my information there first anyways. So we'll see. Okay, what's going on here? All right, the concert's over. It is 4 p.m. Trump is supposed to speak at 5. So we have some time to hang out, guys. If anybody wants to join the stage and talk for a little bit, let me know. I'm also waiting for King Tony. I don't know what's taking her so long. Tony, let's go. Michelle says, I started getting grays at 30 years old. I freaked out too. Yeah, what the heck? What am I supposed to do? Becky says, embrace it, Ruby. Chicks pay money for stripes in there. Somebody else told me that on X too, to just embrace it and that it means wisdom or whatever. Nah, chill. I am freaking out, legit freaking out. All right? Okay, let's see who's walking on the stage now. Who's that? Oh no! Don't tell me it's this guy.
First off, I want to thank President Trump for having us here. I speak on behalf of all the Spanish community. I'm so happy that everybody, the whole Spanish community, it wasn't that like we just spoke and they really voted for like they didn't win.
Is it just me or is that low? Let me know in the chat.
Once we spoke for Trump on Trump's behalf, and I'm so happy now that they saw the results and that everybody ignored a lot of attacks that Trump was receiving. Everybody was trying to dirty his image, and all that was in vain. I want to thank my Spanish community. We stood tall, we stood together. Now we have the strongest president of all time taking care of us.
That was weird.
For years, it's going to be one hell of a run. I know he's going to do a lot of great things for the whole Spanish community, especially we're going to make America great again.
I think this is that rapper. What's his name? Oh.
I just want to make this super clear.
I forgot.
Trump is the strongest president.
Why don't they put his name on in the
and I'm just happy we in good hands. There's nothing better than to have a strong president taking care of the strongest nation in the whole world.
Thanks, guys. I think that's Anuel. Anuel, right?
Hello, America. Hello, Washington. So you're probably wondering what these two Puerto Rican artists are doing here. Well, it all started in Georgetown, Pennsylvania.
Dogg, I'm dead.
During
Fire.
the president's campaign, where we show our support to the president and make sure our Latino community came through and show lots of love to Mr. President Trump, so we can get that.
Yeah, those are Spanish rappers.
I'm glad to be here, just like everybody else up here. I always say I love President Trump because he's not a puppet, you know?
Here we go.
I love that about him. And this was my first time voting for any president in the United States, so, you know, first time voter, so I'm glad I give that vote to Mr. Trump, and me and Anuel AA are here supporting.
Yep, Anuel
Puerto Rico, and let's make America great again.
Yeah.
Congratulations, President Trump.
I do not like those guys. I don't like those. I don't like them. I don't like their music. It's what you call it. I don't like it, but whatever. I'm old school reggaeton, you know, like Daddy Yankee reggaeton, not these new people. I don't know. I don't like them. No, yeah, those two Puerto Ricans are.
Please welcome to the stage, recipient of the National Medal of Arts and Academy and Golden Globe winner, acting legend, Jon Voight.
Hey, Ricky Bobby. Hey, Eric. Hey, Shaq.
Hi, everybody. What an honor. What an honor it is for me to be up here in front of you great men and women who've all come here to celebrate.
All right, I don't know who this guy is,
the greatest win of all time.
I'm just killing time waiting for Tony to join. If anybody else wants to join, hit the link.
The greatest win of all time. The victory we were all fighting for to save our country, our democracy. And
they said his name, and I don't know. They don't have it there on the screen, so I don't know.
That Donald J.
Well, he looks like the guy from the show last night, right, Michelle? From the Severance, that actor. Jon Voight. Oh.
And now he will make America thrive again.
Is that Angelina?
He will make America great again.
I don't know.
Safe
he
again.
looked like him. Let me Google him real quick.
And we, the people,
Actor.
will honor our flag again.
Okay.
The red, white, and the blue, and for which it stands, one nation under God,
Indivisible.
with liberty and justice for all. Donald J. Trump fought hard
Yeah.
to save this country, and now
Okay.
he will bring God back
Good
to our
actor.
nation's truths.
Oh, okay.
He will make
Sorry,
her
I don't know
thrive
him
again.
either, guys. Sorry.
He will save the greatest country, America the Beautiful. I'm proud to call the President of the United States my
Yeah, that
friend.
is her father. Okay. Okay. So that's how I know him. That's Kimberly's father.
My hero,
Whoa, that was loud.
our hero,
Why didn't you just jump?
a man who never gave up on the American people. And we, the people, never gave up on him.
All right. He was the father in National Treasure. Okay. Okay. And I love that movie. Oh, we got to watch that
God
movie
bless
together.
Donald Trump.
Oh, you do? Firecracker. That's nice.
And may God
That's so cool.
watch over him, and may he be sworn into the White House with the blessings of the
Yes.
Almighty.
Yeah, he
God
is a good
bless.
actor. Yeah, he is.
God bless everybody. It's great to be with you. Much love. I love you.
Please welcome to the stage Senior Advisor to President Donald J. Trump, Stephen Miller.
In just one more day, it's goodbye, Joe Biden, goodbye, Kamala Harris, goodbye, Democrats, and hello to the golden age of America, and welcome back,
One more
Donald
day.
J. Trump.
One more day.
It's been 4 long years. It's felt like 400 years. 4 years of weakness, 4 years of humiliation and embarrassment, 4 years of persecution, 4 years of inflation, poverty, incompetence, 4 years of betrayal, 4 years of wide open, undefended, unprotected open borders. But tomorrow at 12 p.m., that's all going to end.
And we're going to do a watch
Because
party tomorrow as well.
After
so
4 years of fighting, after 4 years of struggle, after 4 years
yes, King Tony's
of pain
on.
and yes, suffering, after 4 years of
Hi, King Tony. What's up? You got to unmute yourself.
Hey.
There you go. Yes, Jimmy Bell's in the chat. I wanted all of us to watch together. I said, yo, Tony, get on YouTube, bro. Jimmy's here. Everybody's here tonight. I mean, this evening. It's early, but I'm so used to streaming at night. All right, so I got the rally over here because we're gonna wait till Trump actually starts, but we can chill for about 30 minutes and just chat. King Tony, how do you feel about this celebratory victory rally before the inauguration tomorrow? One more day.
One more day, one more day. I mean, honestly, I guess I'm just supporting. I'm excited too. I mean, let's see what's gonna happen.
Yeah. I mean, you didn't vote this election, right?
I didn't.
But you were more involved than ever before.
Yeah, I would say that. Yes. Hey,
Okay.
Shaq. Hi, everyone. Hey, Jimmy. Hey, Jay, Rebecca,
Yep,
Ricky
Michelle's
Bobby,
on.
Michelle.
That's Eric. Ricky Bobby's Eric.
Oh, okay.
Shaq is
San
JP.
Diego.
Yep, San Diego's here. Everybody's here. The gang is here. But how do you feel about this election?
I guess I feel more nervous than anything.
Yeah, me too.
I guess it's just waiting for the ball to drop or just waiting for, just to see what happens.
Jimmy says Trump is already inaugurated. He never left. You already know Jimmy's gonna. I know Jimmy's gonna say something like that. I know Jimmy. Tony is back for more, Becky says. Yeah. And Tony became more active, or at least like educated yourself more politically ever since I started the show, ever since we allowed ourselves to talk about politics. Like if you notice in my intro, I put those slides and I say Jehovah's Witnesses are not allowed to get involved in politics or have an opinion or talk about that opinion, let alone vote. If they found out that you voted, you could get reproved. You will have consequences. You will lose your privileges. And if you don't stop, they might disfellowship you because you're disobeying the elders.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how serious it was for us to not get involved. So now we are allowing ourselves to get politically educated and opinionated and then actually talk about it. So this is very new for King Tony. This is the very first election / first year that you got political.
Yeah, I would say I was really involved. It's been an exciting journey from the beginning. I enjoy being a part of these conversations and hearing everyone's perspectives on the matter,
Yeah.
So what were we watching just now? That was like the beginning intro?
Yeah, so this is the rally. It already like started, and then they have a few speakers, entertainment, and then by 5 o'clock, Trump is gonna take the stage. So when he takes the stage, I want all of us to be here already so we can watch it. And then after, however long it takes, after Trump leaves, then we can just comment on what we heard, how we're feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I just want to get everybody's vibe in the chat. So I hope everybody is here and paying attention. I hope the community is here right now because this is the whole point. This is what I'm here for. You know what I'm saying? Like XJW Political Corner, the show. This is what I'm here for. This is me. I am like invested into this election.
And I guess that helps the audience, your passion.
And that's why I wanted to do this, because I'm like, we don't really see ex-Jehovah's Witnesses get involved like this so publicly about politics and giving our opinions and talking about it as much as I do. And then especially with my own politics that people consider controversial or like extreme or whatever they may be. And it's like, no, just as you can have your opinion about left-wing ideas, why am I not allowed to talk about my right-wing ideas?
Gigi's in the chat.
Yeah, Gigi joined us a couple times before. He says he's gonna be back later when Trump
Oh,
comes
okay,
up and says,
cool.
"Did you DF Jimmy?" No, what you mean DF Jimmy? What are you talking about? Thanks, Michelle. Jimmy says, "I've never been controversial." Yeah, yeah, okay. And I love it. It's fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed this. It also helps. It brings memories back for me too. So, there's a lot of reasons why I enjoy it. But I still kind of feel like I'm on the fence. I think that's what it is.
What could you be on the fence about?
Like
I'm very interested.
I want to know. I guess I'm waiting to see if there's actually any change, and I guess my hope isn't as high as I guess yours would be, if that makes sense.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, give me an example. What are you on the fence about?
Well, just in general, I mean, I don't really believe that any of the politicians, like, I still view it as a spiritual thing, a biblical thing. Like,
Okay, that's understandable. Okay.
Yeah. So it's hard to put my full trust in these human politicians, these the earthly governments.
Okay.
But I enjoy having the conversations, learning more, and like I'm not saying that there aren't things that I don't see that are valid, like your reasonings and like your opinions and things like that. I get it, but I guess I'm still waiting for that one thing to kind of like solidify certain things. I guess I don't know.
Okay, so in your opinion, what would be the thing that you need to see that would give you the defining moment of like, okay, I'm confident in this person, or would you never be confident
if he actually does what he says?
Okay, that's what I said earlier. Like, okay.
Yeah, if he actually does what he says with the deep state and like we see it with our own eyes and we're living it, I think that's probably when I would acknowledge that more, It's almost like I have to see God for the second time when he comes back to like solidify my belief in my faith, like, because I'm still on the fence a little bit with that too.
Okay, so when Trump was president the first time, did you not feel as if he was doing the changes he said he was going to do in 2016?
So, I mean, no, at the time I didn't view it as that. I viewed it, I had still had the JW mentality. Like I was still kind of in a little bit. And that's kind of like when we were having those conversations and all the backlash. I was like, no, Ruby, you got to think about things this way. Like, you got to understand, remember what the Bible says. And you were like, yeah, I get that. I understand. But Gigi.
Hey, I wanted to, Tony, you're bringing up a good point. And I was like, I got things to do, but I got to chime in on Tony because I understand what you're saying, Tony.
Yeah.
Because I've heard this 1,000 times. But look, Jesus had 12 apostles. One was a backstabber. So like about 8% of the population is going to stab you in the back. That's just a given.
Right.
Benedict Arnold, he stabbed George Washington in the back. So he didn't say, Jesus knew it was an imperfect world. And so the 11 apostles, they had to do the very best they could with what they had. And that's why I tell people all you really need is a Sermon on the Mount, because everything you need in life, for some reason, is just on those 3 chapters. All of the extra stuff is like extra credit, icing on the cake. But the actual cake. And Jesus says, so to answer your question, your dilemma, Jesus says, let your light shine before men. You see, if life is forever, thousands and thousands of years, then Earth is just kind of like kindergarten. It's like first grade. It's like, what are you going to do while you're on Earth? And if you can actually do something, regardless of what the Emperor of Rome and the people in all of these, in the days of the apostles, they didn't care about all that stuff. They got on a mission. It was 11 different missions.
Mm-hmm.
And then comes the Apostle Paul, and he goes on a mission. And miraculously, the 11 other missions we don't know about. We just hear about the Apostle Paul's work, which is fine. But the whole point is everybody was busy doing their stuff. And so this is what I love about Donald Trump, is that you don't have to be a Republican, but you can actually work with him and fighting Frito-Lay and getting rid of the
right. And that, I guess that's what I'm waiting to see more of. I need to see more of that to be able to fully like, and I'm not against him 100%. Like, you know, like I said, like there's a lot of things that even in our discussions that I'm like, you know what, it's true. Like I could see what you're saying. And even like going back to 2020 thing, you explaining that, because I was completely not in the political.
Correct. Now look what's happening right now. Megyn Kelly is speaking. Think about this. Megyn Kelly said some dirty ass stuff and treated Donald Trump like shit. And now look at her. She's speaking at his rally. She has a seat at the table.
This
so what
is
I'm
her right here?
Yes. So this is what I'm saying is Donald Trump, he turns the other cheek without telling anybody that he's turning the other cheek. See, Donald Trump, if I say some mean shit about you and I start just treating you like shit, you think you're going to be friends with me in 4, 5, 6, 7 years? No. But Donald Trump, the guy that said the meanest crap about him is his vice president. So
that's
JD Vance.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is that Donald Trump, you can join the bandwagon. You got a lifelong Democrat, Kennedy, his uncle's president, his dad got shot, and now he's on the Trump train because it's a train. And this is not at the end of the day, when you die, you got to say, Jesus is going to say, well, what did you do with your life? Well, I fought Frito-Lay because they were putting petroleum products in my baby's chips. Good for you. Good for you. See, it doesn't matter what you do as long as, like Project Veritas would always say, just do something. And this is what we're trying to tell our friends. Donald Trump is giving you an opportunity to do something. You don't have to agree with him, but he's putting people on the table that hated his guts. So you're going to find out that, hey, I want to be like Donald Trump. I want to turn the other cheek. I want to forgive and forget and keep moving forward. And Megyn Kelly right there, JD Vance, all of those people. They were all.
I guess basically it's about the bigger picture. You're not going to like everything, but it's the majority that agrees about the main points.
Correct. So Donald Trump is a great Christian and people don't even see it. Because
he
does.
You see, like for you to say that, I'm like, he's Christian. Like,
yeah, he's a fornicator. Yeah, we know he's a fornicator. We know he's an adulterer. Yeah, but we all got something, you know. We all sin, and Donald Trump is like, hey, if we stick on stupid, if we're always trying to fight each other,
right?
We never advance. We never advance.
Right.
Yeah. Not everyone can be a Yoda, a Jedi master like me. I mean, it just doesn't happen. It just, you know, there's a.
And I guess that's what I'm like. I'm trying to focus on the bigger picture, and I'm just waiting. I'm being patient, and I'm enjoying the ride.
And join a fight, like join the. If you have kids, like Ruby talks about getting involved in the school. Yeah. Could you imagine if we had 10,000 Tonys fighting in the school district? Oh my God, that's just. You know, that's what I'm saying. And that's all I'm saying is in your argument is that not trusting people. No, here you have, this is not about trusting Donald Trump. Is Donald Trump is giving you an opportunity to shine your light. Because before Donald Trump, the Democrats were like, you know, you like Jehovah's Witnesses, everybody's unanimous. No.
Right.
He's saying, no, all of you guys.
I get what you're saying. He's trying to bring it back to how it was originally and removing the corporation, basically.
Yeah. So join the fight, however you want to join the fight. There's no right, there's no wrong way, there's no perfect way. The only way is you're going to die, and Jesus is going to say, I gave you 5 coins. What did you do with them? I'll tell you what I did. I kicked Frito-Lay's ass. I kicked Frito-Lay's ass because they were putting their blue. They put blue dye in Doritos. Think about that. Doritos are red.
That's
What the hell are you doing putting blue dye on red Doritos?
Yeah.
You know, and
there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot. Like that's why I'm pretty optimistic, more optimistic than anything.
Right.
Yeah.
But I guess it's gonna take time. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's gonna take time.
And so my message to Ruby and to everybody in the video is jump on the train. The train is huge. Just jump on the train and says, I'm getting my ass to work. You know, I want to see the day where Frito-Lay stops poisoning our children. And I want
just Frito-Lay.
Yeah, I want to work. I was thinking, you know how I used to pass out magazines and stuff? I was thinking, why don't I do that? Why don't I go to the grocery store and say, hey, listen, we're not protesting. We're just letting you know that some of the food in here has red number 40, yellow, and just kind of like
right.
Educate.
It's
not their fault. It's
the
not their
crazy
fault.
thing is that I feel like it's basically you got to scrap the whole supermarket and start brand new. That's how I feel, because like it's the percentage of everything in that supermarket that's contaminated and has chemicals and garbage in it that's killing us. It's high. And we just need to like,
the regulations need to change so that they don't even put it to begin with. You can have the same product, but the regulations have to change. So that's like the FDA and all of those organizations that
I don't even know if those are real chips.
Yeah, and you know how we know it's
real.
You know how we know it's working, Tony? It's working because there's no law. There's no law. Oh, we don't need any laws. We need love. But here's the thing. Check this out. So you go to the store, and the first thing you do when you get this, you see this everywhere. People are going and looking at the ingredients now. Have you been to the grocery store and started to look at the ingredients?
Oh yeah, of course.
Everyone is doing, and if we can just get everyone to start doing that, that sets the stage. See, so it's the little things that we forget. We all want to change the world, but why don't we just?
Is insane. The salt content, the sodium.
Sodium. Yeah.
That's the first thing I look at is the sodium, and I'm like, oh my god, skyrocketed. 800, 500 mg. I'm like, what are they trying to do to us?
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I think that's the message I'm trying to get across is that I hate to, PBD, Patrick Bet-David, Valuetainment, God love him, but he uses that phrase, the future looks bright. I don't want to say that. I'm already stuck with MAGA. I don't need two of them, but he's right. You want to be positive always. And Rush Limbaugh would always talk about that like say there's a economic depression. He goes, okay, well, I'm just not going to participate. Like mentally, he's not going to participate in your negativity. And that's the perfect way to live is like, okay, you be negative, but Tony's going to be positive. Yeah. I'm going to be positive because like I said earlier, Jesus said that until the majority of the good people are no longer live on earth, he's returning. So if Jesus hasn't come, the majority of people are good. And I like to think the best of human beings. The majority of the people on planet Earth are good. I want to be positive, always positive. Yeah. So I hope that helps you. Jump on the train and let us know what you're doing. And say, hey, I'm fighting the good fight over here,
That sounds good.
Yeah, because as J-Dubs, we were always in the same fight. That's stupid. They always want to. Everyone needs to be together. I mean, like in a war, there's lots of battles. There's no
right.
Yeah, it's
right.
Well, I don't want to hog up your show. I'll see you later. Hopefully, Donald Trump. Hopefully, Donald Trump will get in the comment section. Remember that guy, Donald Trump?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I got.
we're just chilling.
I got
Thanks,
Jimmy. I got Jimmy on the show. I texted him, so.
Yeah, he's in the chat.
And Jesse will be on, and they'll take over your show, Jesse and Jimmy. So.
Yes, I love the insight that you guys give us on the show.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You guys have taught me so much, believe it or not.
Yeah, me too. So it's 4:30. We still have 30 minutes to kill if anybody else wants to join us, or if you have any questions, thoughts, comments, whatever, let us know in the chat, because that's exactly how I feel. What Gigi was saying, like I told you, a million times, we've had this conversation before. We're all in different.
It makes sense. It's like, how can you expect change if you're not doing anything about it to be changed or to make that change happen?
Mhm.
I get that. It's
Yeah.
true.
I mean, we should have healthy skepticism. You know what I mean? Like, you should never really put trust 100%. But at the same time, I feel more confident this time around. Hey, Jimmy.
Oh, Jimmy.
Without glasses. Oh my God, you look different.
What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all?
What's
Nothing
up?
much is going on.
I figured I'd just jump on here a second. I'm not trying to take over the show. Plus, I'm probably going to end up watching the rally on RSB. I'll probably do that by myself, only because I want to take some notes and not miss something. And then you're probably going to be on after it's over. So then I'll probably jump on after that.
Yep.
So I probably won't be on during because I want to focus on that and not get distracted in the chat or anything like that. So, but I figured I'd just jump on here quick to see if anybody had any questions or concerns, or because we're seeing a lot of crap right now.
You take the floor, Jimmy.
I don't even know. I mean, I'm not going to take the floor.
What do you think this rally is really about?
See, I don't know. I to be honest with you, when I first heard that he was going to do a rally the day before inauguration date, I was like, that is very, very odd. I don't know what that's about or why that's taking place. There's been chatter. I'll just say that I cannot verify any of that. What I'm getting ready to say, but there's some folks saying that this might be Trump's little farewell thing and he might disappear for a little while. I don't know. Don't know. I'm just saying that's been kind of the chatter out there. And there's a reason why.
They're definitely not making it seem that way, because they're making it seem like he's going to be there tomorrow. He will be present, but it's possible he might not be.
Yeah, see, I don't know. And like I said last week on the Tuesday show, I told y'all, I said, this inauguration's not going to be what people think it's going to be. And what have we found out? It got moved indoors. It got moved into the Capitol. Then it's got moved into the White House. Then they're canceling the parade. And they try to say it's weather. The weather is just a cover story. The weather is a cover story. Because Obama, he got inaugurated when it was like 25 degrees. JFK did it when it was like 20 something. I think there was even one president that did it was like 9 degrees outside. So the weather is just a cover. I believe that the deep state, there was a credible threat, and they've taken the measures to not pinpoint where Trump's going to be on Inauguration Day so as to avoid those threats. Now, that's what I believe. Now, we'll see how it all plays out.
I had a question. Maybe you guys could give input. Do you think that city in Los Angeles that they're supposedly going to be making since the fires happened, the new city, new rail, do you think Trump would continue that?
No.
So do you think that maybe that's why there's this rumor he might not be there, because they might try to kill him because they know?
Like I said, there's so much misinformation and disinformation, and one thing in the Q post that we always have to remember was disinformation is necessary, because if you put all your plans out there, like Trump said before, he said he is not going to telegraph his moves to the enemy, ever. And a lot of people, when they heard that, they thought he was talking about Russia or China. No, he was talking about the deep state.
Yeah, we're talking about our own people over here.
Yeah. You know, the enemy within the deep state apparatus in the United States, that is the enemy within. That is the invisible enemy. That is who we are truly fighting.
Mm-hmm.
And folks need to wrap their brains around that. But when it comes to, Q saying that the disinformation is necessary, is because you got to keep your enemy guessing.
Yeah,
on their toes.
So that's why I do, there's been talk that, and I've said it before, y'all have heard me say it before, that the deep state might try to off their Trump clone and make it look like real.
A scare event where
yes, well, I mean, I've talked about that too, and I've told y'all.
Yeah.
Stop.
That's a theory.
It's a theory. Yeah, it's.
What are you talking about? A Trump clone? I didn't even know that there was a Trump clone.
Because all of them have doubles.
Yeah, all of them have doubles.
What he's saying is that they might do an event, a scare event or whatever, and it's not the real Donald Trump. It's just a double.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I've said that if that does happen, don't freak out.
Okay.
Because another Q post said POTUS is 100% insulated. And so, and if you remember, he did say, on the last day in 2021 that he said he may have to disappear for a while, but he'll come back in some form. Now, we don't really know if the 4 years of Biden was him disappearing. Don't know if that's the case or if it's going to be something else. So there's you when I talk with people, it's really hard for me to get people to understand that there is way more going on behind the scenes than we are privileged to know at the moment. There's way more going on.
Yeah.
Like JD Vance. If you look at how tall JD Vance is 5'7".
Yep.
But and Trump is 6'1".
And
why is JD Vance as tall as Trump when they were laying the wreath today?
Okay, you see weird stuff like that. Yeah. And this is something that Jerry would tell us, like our uncle. This is why I relate a lot to Jimmy and Gigi, because this is the stuff that our uncle would tell us, and he would make all this stuff up and we'd be like, oh, Jerry, stop it. You played some jokes too much, you're playing around. But that's something that he would make us like notice, like wake up out of that dumb matrix.
He'll make you feel stupid. Like he'll make you feel stupid.
Yes, he will make you feel stupid, and he would joke on you.
He was so funny.
Yeah, there's just so much going on, and that's why Q had always said to learn our comms, learn the comms, learn what to look for. When I watch TV shows now, half the time I look to see what's in the background. What's on a shelf, what's hanging on a wall. Those are the things. I've learned the comms, and like today, the Catherine Herridge posted a picture of her outside of Camp Justice at Guantanamo Bay, and we were always told to follow the pin, and that relates to Catherine Herridge. So why would she put a picture out of her being at Gitmo?
Oh, well, I mean, I've never heard those names before, so I don't know what you're really specifically talking about.
Right, I get that.
But I understand why you brought it up. Like that would force us to like, okay, who's this? Who he's talking about?
Yeah, we're gonna have to do research.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do research and look at
it. And that's one of the reasons why on our little group our little group we have on our X thread, that's why I put a lot of this stuff on there. It's for you guys to look at it and be like, what the hell is Jimmy talking about here?
I was going crazy. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, because what I want you guys to do is when I put that stuff out, I want you to go and, okay, if you have a question, write it down so that next time we get together, we can talk about this stuff. So... And that's why, when everything does start to get the ball rolling and the shit does start hitting the fan, there's going to be people out there that are going to know what's been happening. We're going to get confirmation on things, and we're going to be the ones to help folks make sense of all this.
So you did I think it was you who posted the video. I'm not sure though. Correct me if I'm wrong. About this gentleman, he was like, I think he was a professor or something like that, and he was wearing glasses, and he was talking about Trump and the inauguration, and that there's going to be this period of rough times to make sure you have enough water and food in your house, things like that. And I'm like, what is he trying to let us know?
In my opinion, this is just my opinion, I do believe that there might be a situation to where martial law will be declared, but not in the sense that people think where everything's going to be shut down. It's going to be in selected cities. We've got that confirmation that there's at least 17 cities that we need to be aware of. It says 17 cities, one event. And it's not a bad idea, because if those 17 cities, if that happens, then it's going to disrupt supply chains. It's going to disrupt, a lot of stuff. So it wouldn't be a bad idea for everybody that's watching and everybody else out there to be stocked up for at least 2 weeks on stuff. Gas in your car, food, have some cash on hand, groceries. I wouldn't say that that's not a bad idea to do, just to be prepared.
Like preparing for the worst. It doesn't hurt. Like in case it does happen, then at least we're prepared, kind of thing.
Well, yeah, you always prepare for the worst, but hope for the best.
Right, exactly.
It's like when a hurricane's coming, everybody, battens down their hatches. They put, plywood up around their house. They stock up on food. They do this. If they're in the cone, they get out of the way. And then, if the storm goes through and it's not as bad as they were predicting, then everybody's like, oh, okay, well, that wasn't as bad. But then they get a false sense of security, so that when the next one comes through, they think, oh, well, this isn't going to be as bad. And then they get stuck, and then shit happens to them.
Oh, right. Exactly. Right.
So it's not a bad idea to be prepared.
About the martial law, could you just explain a little bit more about that for me?
I think if that were the case, it'll be a situation that they'll shut down certain cities, and I think more arrests will be taking place during that time. And they will not want innocent civilians on the streets while that stuff is taking place.
Right. This is interesting.
It is. It's very interesting. And once again, this is just a theory. We're just speculating. Right. We don't really know, but this is just regular conversation when we talk about this type of stuff on the show. And I love it.
And that's important, Ruby, because we are having a conversation. We're talking about these things, but there's always, like I said before, there's always different routes things can go.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you're not aware of the different routes that things could go, and you're just pigeonholed with one thing,
right,
you're at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
So people might think that I'm crazy, which I don't care, but at least I'm looking at all the different possibilities of things that could possibly happen.
Right. And there's no harm in that, really.
No.
So.
And if I'm wrong about something, so be it.
But at least you're awake. You see, like King Tony, a year ago, you would have never even held this conversation.
I would not be having this conversation.
And so now that we've started the show, you've opened your mind up a little bit more. We've had conversations. Yeah. You're slowly, at least being open-minded to different theories.
Oh, yeah.
That we've talked about off camera, offline. Mm-hmm. You're at least awake to that fact now. You're awake to the political world.
I guess one of the biggest things that people need to realize is, and some of the chat already feel this way, but once you realize that you have been literally lied to about everything,
yes,
that allows you to be more skeptical about things that are happening.
That's exactly how I feel, because if I hadn't seen that with my own eyes and researched it, and looked up these things, then I probably wouldn't be as receptive. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now that I've seen what you're talking about. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've heard it. I've read it, it's helped me so much to be more open-minded.
Yeah, I mean, if you weren't awake to at least being open-minded about things, you'd fall in a category where there's a lot of people that still think the LA fires was climate change.
Exactly. And no, but it's true because people still believe that.
I don't even believe in global warming anymore. Like,
exactly.
Once you make the connection that climate change and global warming, that is just their words that they use to hide what they're really doing, which is weather manipulation.
Yeah.
Right. And once you figure that out, you're like, oh snap, this is actually real.
Exactly.
It's like the machines exist. Whether they're using it or not, the machine exists. That alone bothers me. I'm like, no, what's going on here?
Let me look in the chat real quick. Let me just see if there's any comments.
Go ahead. There is one comment that I wanted to bring up because it was hilarious. Shaq a while ago, he said, that's not Jimmy. It's a double wearing one of those fancy masks.
Yeah, it's been a bummy day here around the house, so I just got a shower and everything, and I threw my contacts in. Usually at night, I don't wear my contacts because I'm trying to read the chat and everything. I figured, well, I'm just jumping on here for a second, so it'll be all right. But that's funny that he said that.
Yeah, because you look different, like haircut, no glasses, sober. Like, well, who's this? I don't think this is the real Jimmy.
Did you say sober? I'm not. I haven't partaken on my 420 yet today.
Oh my God. Yeah, you completely different guy. I don't know if this is the real Jimmy or not.
I keep you guessing.
Oh my God.
But so real quick before I jump off, does anybody have any other quick questions?
I don't think so.
You good, Mr. Bill? All right, see you, buddy. Have a good night.
I don't think so. If anybody has questions, put them in the chat now or forever hold your peace because Trump is coming in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go get set up in the cage and watch it there and everything. So.
Okay, let's start. Who's that? That's Jamie.
Well, hey, y'all have a good evening. Enjoy the rally. Take notes. Listen to what the things he says.
Okay.
Listen.
Right.
It's very important to do that. So, but y'all have a good evening, and I'm sure I'll see y'all later.
Okay, yes, hop back on when Trump is done.
All right. Y'all take care.
Bye. Y'all. Bye, Jimmy. Okay, so this is the family. We see Eric Donald Trump Jr., his daughter Kai. I follow her YouTube channel. She's so like down to earth, like really beautiful person inside and out. Lara Trump, their kids.
We love you too.
I gotta run to the restroom, so I'll be back in a minute. But I'll leave you here watching it.
Okay. So we have two little monsters here that want to do something very special. They want to do the Pledge of Allegiance, which they do every single night. You guys want to take it away?
Yeah. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, and indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That was so cute.
That's real America, ladies and gentlemen. That's America. That's what we love about this country. And guys, we as a family love you so much. This is the greatest political movement ever created. And you know what, guys? They tried to stop him. They tried to indict him. They tried to take him down. They raided his home. They went after his children. They tried to bankrupt him. They tried to imprison him. They did everything they could to stop this movement, and they failed. And here we are in Washington, D.C. on this beautiful day, and Donald J. Trump is about to take back the White House. And guys, our country is back. Our country will be respected again. We as Americans will be proud again. America will be feared again. We are going to have the greatest nation on earth. The nonsense ends. The bullshit ends right now. We love you. We love you. We love you. Thank you for having me be such a big part of this journey. I'll truly never, ever forget it. Thank you, guys. We love you.
Ladies and gentlemen, less than 24 hours from now, we will call Donald Trump President of the United States of America. It's not just what we worked for over the past year or even over the past 4 years. It started the second a bold, brash businessman from New York City came down the golden escalator in Trump Tower 9.5 years ago, and people said it was impossible. And yet that man is the one who will save not
even
just
I said it was
our
impossible.
country,
I said Donald
but will
Trump.
save the entire
What?
world.
Like, no way. He's gonna lose.
That's what I said too. Yeah.
Yep.
And so I just want to quickly say thank you. Thank you guys for continuing, despite all you heard out there, to believe in Donald Trump, to stand by our family throughout this fight. Thank you for trusting me to be your co-chair of the Republican National Committee. I hope I did you proud. I made promises all over this country when I went and spoke, and I said, you're not going to cheat in this election.
Yep.
And they got upset when I said something around the lines of, if you are a person who wants to cheat in our election, we will find you, we will track you down, and we will prosecute you to the full extent of the law.
Yep.
So I said it louder next time. And this was a free, fair, and transparent election. And if there's one thing I am proud of, it's that we restored the American people's faith in our electoral system this election in 2024. We didn't do it alone. I see someone directly in front of me, Scott Pressler, who helped on that front as well.
I followed that guy for like 4 or 5 years. He carried this election through, man. He delivered.
But thank you guys. This has been the honor of all of our lifetimes.
And I was watching that guy. I emailed him. I spoke to him.
Alongside of all of you.
What can I do in Florida? How can I help? I want to help.
The dawn of the golden era of America is tomorrow, right here, starting in Washington, D.C. God bless you guys. We love you. And we are almost there, folks. Thank you, guys.
Hello, America! I have to ask, has anyone ever been this excited for Monday morning to roll around?
Yeah, he said that on Twitter too. He was like, who has ever been this excited for a Monday?
Easter, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, my birthday, all wrapped up into one special day where we can take back
people
our
actually
country
did, Michelle.
once
There was a lot of
and
people
for
who got
all.
arrested in Georgia and stuff for ballot stuffing and all
But
that kind of
guys,
stuff.
we could not have done this without all of you. Those who stood steadfast and loyal, who wanted to fight for that next generation, to fight for the incredible aspects of this country that have been squandered, that have been crapped on, that have gone by the wayside. No more. That ends tomorrow at noon.
We're gonna be here live streaming that as you
Now,
gotta be here, Tony. We're gonna watch history
Perhaps,
together.
unfortunately, it took the last 4 years of hell that they put my father through, that they put our family through, that they put all of you through for us to fully understand just how fragile everything we believe in is.
Oh, that's true,
But
Fire.
I truly believe the opportunity we have now
They had like the similar
to
slogan.
start anew, not to keep the old administration from 16 to 20, the bad actors and the can kickers and those who are just trying to wait it out till we get back to normal. But now, with the knowledge of that 4 years, in conjunction with the knowledge of the last 4 years, we can truly
thing is
make
hilarious.
a difference
I know.
forever. When you look at this cabinet, when you look at the fighters, you see people who truly all believe in the America First movement, and that's what this is about. Putting America first, putting our families first, putting the Constitution first, and putting our children first. So with that, I have to introduce a young lady, my oldest daughter, Kai. Pretty good, Kai. I don't know. With that kind of applause in the Trump family, it creates some problems. But she was with me. She was with me when we found out about my father, her grandfather, and best golfing buddy was shot. And she called me the next morning and said, Dad, I must speak at the RNC this week. I don't care. And I said to her, are you sure you want, your first speech ever, you wanted to be in front of 50,000 people and tens of millions on TV? And she goes, I don't care. So I called my dad. I said, listen, she wants to do this. And he goes, whoa, that's a big one. And he just said, you know what? That kid is an absolute winner. Let her do it. And that, again, is the fight that we all need in our country. That's what we want for all of our children. So with that, my daughter, Kai.
Hi, everyone.
Oh,
Thank
seriously?
you all for the support for the past decade, and we're looking forward to the next 4 years, and God bless America. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. You are the best. No one will fight harder than my father for all of you. There is no more resilient man in the world than Donald Trump. Every time they tried to take him out, every time they said he was finished,
the whole
and we're
world is
moving
watching
on,
this.
he came
You know
back.
what I'm saying? Like,
bigger,
this is
better,
history right in
stronger
front of our
than
eyes.
ever before. And this one, this next 4 years, with this incredible team that we've assembled, is going to be the pièce de résistance. This is going to be it. We're going to win for all of you. So thank you, and God bless.
I can't wait till Donald comes on. I can't wait. Oh, that song was in Top Gun. Oh my god.
That's a good song.
Oh, okay, Michelle. But there was more like lower down, like election workers. I remember got arrested and were, prosecuted for the that election. Because remember, they were boarding up windows. They didn't want anybody looking through the windows and stuff like that. And that's illegal. Like you have to have supervision when you're doing the ballots and stuff like that. So listen, 2020 was a crazy year. It was really crazy, 2020. So yeah. All right. Any minute now, Trump should be on. It's 5 p.m. Let's go, people. Okay. I'll bring it back up when he gets on stage. All right. Trump is going to be on in a few minutes. Yeah. You're watching it? Okay. I'm making sure everybody's watching this. Like, everybody has to be here to watch this. This is history. And you got to be here tomorrow at 12.
Yeah, I'll put an alarm.
Nice. Oh, man. All right. I don't know. I don't know what it's like. What more can he say? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's been campaigning. He's been doing rallies all over the place. What else can you say that we haven't heard before?
That's yeah. I don't know. This is
like, or what else can you what else can you tell us or give us? It's like, we already won. You know what I mean? Like, we got it. We got you through. We won. That's it. We want you to just make it to the damn office by tomorrow, alive and well. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop making appearances and just wait until the inauguration, because
right.
Ever since what happened in Butler when he got shot, I'm like, stop it. You need to go downstairs in the bunker and wait until January, 20th, until you go to the office. Yeah, like, we had such a scare that he got shot for real, that I'm like, I don't trust him nowhere. Like, he's a national treasure at this point. We cannot risk this guy.
Yeah, but I mean, how do you think the process is for those types of rallies? Like, do they got metal detectors? Like, what do they got there? Like, checking these people.
No, of course. The whole Secret
Right?
Service is gonna be scouting the place even
Right. Yeah.
days before this even started. But my thing is like,
my thing is
why?
like, how can they miss that in the other one?
Oh, you don't remember when we streamed about that? Me and Jimmy, when we were talking about the assassination attempt. We spoke about
Honestly,
this.
I don't know if I was there.
Okay, then you're gonna have to go back and watch that because we were saying that was either fake or something else was going on. I don't know. Oh, hey, Gigi. Gigi's here.
Well, you asked the question, and so I have to answer. What else can you say? I will say, so back in 2015, you guys were still Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah.
And Jesse and I remember I was living in Verrado. It's way out there in the west side of Phoenix. And I was outside trying to get a cell signal. I remember it.
Yeah.
And Jesse we're talking about Donald Trump. Jesse and I were on the Trump wagon right as he was coming down. We jumped. But this is the thing. Jesse and I were saying, what the hell? If Donald Trump can run for president, why the hell can Gilbert not run for governing body? You see, and that's the spirit. This is what people don't understand is that Donald Trump is telling you, if I can do this shit, you can do better.
Right.
I guess he also said he didn't use profound language. Didn't Jesus Christ say the same thing to his apostles that I did a lot of things? Wait till you guys see what you guys accomplish. He told them that they were going to accomplish great things.
Yeah.
So that's the spirit of Donald Trump, that, hey, I did this. You can do more. You really can. Now, I'll give you an example. Some people say, no, listen. Watchtower does not have open air assemblies. Do you know why Watchtower doesn't have open air assemblies?
Why?
Because I fly airplanes over their conventions.
Remember when I told you that Gigi was out there and he did a lot of activism that everybody used to say, oh, that's wrong, yada yada.
Remember Donald Trump came out with a MAGA Bitcoin that he just came out with $30-some billion.
Yeah.
Well, when I was doing it in 2015, I made Jehovah bucks, real dollars. The 1, 5, 10s, and 20s, Jehovah dollars. I would go to the conventions and I would go to the Kingdom Halls and I would drop my money, Jehovah bucks, in the contribution box. Kind of like a dog when he pisses. When a dog goes to your house and he pisses and he says, "This is my house, bitch. Move over."
Yes.
That's how you have to be with Watchtower and Jehovah's
Oh
Witnesses.
my gosh.
This is mine, bitch, and you piss on them, and you tell them who the big dog is, and guess what? They don't bark back. When you bark at cult leaders, whatever religion, when you bark at bullies, they
stand down. Yeah.
So that's what we learned from Donald Trump. Donald Trump is like the great Theodore Roosevelt. He carried a big stick, but the difference between him and Theodore is Donald Trump doesn't speak softly. Donald Trump speaks loud, and he just starts beating the shit out of everyone. And you and I need to have that same spirit.
Yeah.
No, I'm kicking ass. Get the hell out of my way.
Yeah.
And that's the spirit. I don't understand why, if you're a Democrat, you can't understand that. If you don't like Donald Trump and you're a Democrat, well, run for office and kick his ass.
Right.
This is a manly spirit, and so that's what, when you said, what else can be said? I thought that we are Donald Trump. We are Americans. We have this spirit. It's inside us.
Right.
Yeah.
It shows that, like you said, any one of us can be exactly where Donald Trump is right now. He just gave us all hope.
Yeah.
Back in 2020, when he won, I was shocked. Couldn't
You
believe
mean
it.
2016?
I mean 2016, yes.
Yeah. I was shocked too. It kind of gave us like a wake-up call.
Yeah,
if a guy like Trump can become president, who else can become president? Because it was like just for like politicians in my head. And I didn't view Trump as a politician. He was Celebrity Apprentice at the time. And I was binge, like even before that, that's what we knew him for. He was Hollywood Trump.
Right.
He was not political Trump. So I was like, how the heck can a guy from over here? But then, I didn't really know about Reagan. I think he used to be an actor and he became president. Or Schwarzenegger, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but sorry. He became governor of California or something like that. He's an actor. So I didn't know about those people that kind of did the switch. I thought like, oh my God, Trump is like the first one. And I was like, no, it's happened before. So that's when you start waking up to history and to politics and to see how either it's not new, like we said before, nothing is new under the sun, and that it is still possible.
Yeah. You know, I always say Donald Trump is the greater apostate amongst all of us. You know, he's fighting the system. And this is what you learn when people fight Donald Trump, hate him, he looks at them like, oh, what, you want to fight? And the mainstream media is always fighting behind his back. They're backstabbers, like little chihuahuas going on but they never want to attack him frontal. And it's true. Like when I go to Yuma and I'm with Jesse and I'm at Home Depot and you'll run into Jehovah's Witness elders, not the publishers, but the elders. I'm like, what the hell are you looking at? What the hell are you looking at? Like that to the elder. And they just walk away, man. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Donald Trump is helping you have a chip on your shoulder. Be a badass. And don't put up with it with anybody. Don't be nice. None of this. And, I know I love San Diego Pimo and I love it. But man, there comes a time when you have to just whip out the belt and says, I'm the adult in the room. Does that make any sense, Tony?
Yeah, it almost feels like we're breaking out of another cold, but this is an even bigger one.
Yeah.
This is like the whole country.
Yeah.
We've been controlled and manipulated and told how to live our life, and Trump is trying to break that cycle.
Yeah. And you know what, this thing about like the Trump, this is what I love about Donald Trump, his trade policy. His trade policy is Christian, and he's not even promoting the Christianity. Treat others the way you like to be treated. Well, Donald Trump is saying, I want to tax your avocados the way you tax my cars. I want to be treated equally.
Right.
Yeah. And you're bad. There's nothing to be ashamed of. And that's what I'm saying is.
It should have been that way.
Yeah. You've suffered enough. And that's why you're watching this show. You've suffered. Everyone's watching this show has suffered somewhere. Well, get a damn spine and fight back.
There he goes. Daddy's home. Trump is coming down the steps.
Oh my God! Look,
Trump is coming now. And I have Quinn here. He's watching with us.
All right, hey Quinn.
Yeah, this is for educational purposes. This is homeschooling as well. He needs to listen to Trump.
Look at Shaq. He said I was gonna design a Jehovah Buck 144,000 bill.
Yep. Okay. I'm gonna turn the music on.
The men who died, who gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. Proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. Ladies and gentlemen, the 47th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
USA, 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 USA.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. We won. We won.
Thank you very much, everybody. What a good feeling. We like winning, don't we, huh? We're going to make our country greater than ever before. Hello, Washington, and hello, America. We're all over America. I'm thrilled to be back with so many friends, supporters, and true American patriots on the eve of taking back our country. That's what we're going to do, take back our country. Tomorrow at noon, the curtain closes on 4 long years of American decline, and we begin a brand new day of American strength and prosperity, dignity and pride. Bringing it all back. Once and for all, we're going to end the reign of a failed and corrupt political establishment in Washington, a failed administration. We're not going to take it anymore. We're going to stop the invasion of our borders. We're going to reclaim our wealth. We're going to unlock the liquid gold that's right under our feet, liquid gold. We're going to bring back law and order to our cities. We're going to restore patriotism to our schools, get radical left, woke ideologies the hell out of our military and out of our government. And we are going to make America great again. I want to thank the tens of thousands of incredible men and women who have come from all over the nation to take part in this very special moment. And I just heard in watching some of the coverage that there are rallies like this taking place all over the country. People are happy. People are happy. It's been a long time. None of this would have been possible without you and the millions of hardworking citizens who have joined our cause. You know, right over there, just noticed a group of beautiful ladies, beautiful women from North Carolina, right here too. I don't know how the hell they've been to 167 rallies. You believe it? You think their husbands are happy about that? I don't know. But they look beautiful. They're incredible people, and they love our country. Thank you very much. Then up here, I see we have front row Joes all over the place. Uncle Sam, Mr. Wall. Oh, boy, oh, boy. But we've been through so much together, and for the next 4 years, I will fight for you every single day. We're going to be fighting for you. This is the greatest political movement in American history. And 75 days ago, we achieved the most epic political victory our country has ever seen. That's what they say. We won the popular vote for the first time of any Republican in many, many years. We swept all 7 swing states by big numbers. We won Pennsylvania, we won Georgia, we won North Carolina, we won Michigan, we won Wisconsin, we won Arizona, we won Nevada. We won them all by historic margins, and we won the great state of Florida by 13 points. Nobody's done that ever. And a record that will never be broken. All 50 states shifted toward the Republican Party, the first time that that's ever happened. All 50 states. We won the largest number of African-American voters in Republican Party history. We won more Hispanic American votes than any Republican has ever gotten before by a lot. And we won Latino men and women, and on top of that, youth, men, women, urban, suburban, rural, and people from everywhere in between are joining us in record numbers. We've never had anything like this. Too big to rig, that's what I used to say. Too big to rig. We made it too big. Oh, and they tried. They tried. It was too big. Around 9:02, they just said, let's get the hell out of here. This isn't working. They were swamped, to put it nicely. We also took back the U.S. Senate. We had some great people running. And the House Republicans won their largest popular vote majority in presidential year since 1928. We had a lot of people voting. So the Senate, the House Republicans, we got all three of them. A little bit close on those two. Senate's in great shape. House Republicans, actually, they both have great leaders. They both have great people heading. John Thune is fantastic. And if you look at Mike Johnson, he's got a pretty tight majority, but actually it's very tight, but it's very good because we vote unified. We're really voting unified, and so it doesn't make much difference. In the election of 2024, which will be the most consequential election in American history, we not only won a mandate, but we built a new American majority that will lead our country to unparalleled success for generations to come. That's what we want to do. And someday, in 30 years from now, 40 years from now, 50 years from now, some of these young people are going to say, I remember Donald Trump, he did a good job. He set us on his way. He told us, he gave us a path. Our new administration will inherit disasters at home and abroad, an economy plagued by inflation and high interest rates, a catastrophic border crisis. Nobody can believe they let people in. They have an open border policy. Do you think that makes sense? Open borders. Anybody wants to. Jails, prisons, mental institutions, gangs being emptied right through that ugly open border, a government that cannot care for its citizens in a time of emergency. Look at what's happening in Los Angeles. Look at what's happening in North Carolina. They've treated them so badly. In a planet on the brink of World War III, it's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. But starting tomorrow, I will act with historic speed and strength and fix every single crisis facing our country. We have to do it. We're not going to have a country left. Before even taking office, you are already seeing results that nobody expected to see. Everyone is calling it I don't want to say this, it's too braggadocious, but we'll say it anyway. The Trump effect. It's you're the effect. Since the election, the stock market has surged and small business optimism has soared a record 41 points to a 39-year high. Bitcoin has shattered one record high after another. The major investment company known as DeMac, the properties, has announced that it will be investing between $20 and $40 billion in the United States, and SoftBank, another great company, has pledged between $100 and $200 billion. These are all investments that are only being made because of the fact that we won the election. Can create jobs for hundreds of thousands, even millions of Americans. Today, I spoke with Tim Cook of Apple. He said they're going to make a massive investment in the United States because of our big election win. And as of today, TikTok is back. So, I did a little TikTok thing. We have a guy, TikTok Jack. He's a young kid, like 21 years old. And we hired this guy, and I went on TikTok. Can you believe what I'll do to win an election? And we went on TikTok, and Republicans have never won the young vote, the youth vote. They win a lot of votes, but they never won the youth vote. We won the youth vote by 36 points. So I like TikTok. I like it. I like it. I had a slightly good experience, wouldn't you say? Romney lost it by 40 points. Not so long ago, we won it by 36 points. That's a very big spread.
But I said, we need to save TikTok because we're talking about a tremendous, who in this audience goes with TikTok? Many? Yeah, very popular. And frankly, we have no choice. We have to save it. A lot of jobs. We don't want to give our business to China. We don't want to give our business to other people. And I said, you know, TikTok without my approval, meaning the president's approval, because Congress gave the president the right to make a deal, do whatever he wants. And they did that a long time ago when they had a different president. They didn't know that I was going to be the president, I guess. So I said, very simply, a joint venture. So if TikTok is worth nothing, zero, without an approval, you know, if you don't approve, they're out of business, they're worth nothing. If you do approve, they're worth like $1 trillion. They're worth some crazy number. So I said, I'll approve, but let the United States of America own 50% of TikTok. I'm approving on behalf of the United States. So they'll have a partner, the United States, and they'll have a lot of bidders, and the United States will do what we call a joint venture. And there's no risk. We're not putting up any money. All we're doing is giving them the approval, without which they don't have anything. So I don't know. It sounds like that works. What do you think? Good? I think so. So whether you like TikTok or not, we're going to make a lot of money. Perhaps most beautiful of all, this week we achieved an epic ceasefire agreement as a first step toward lasting peace in the Middle East. And this agreement could only have happened as a result of our historic victory in November. That was some victory. Was that greatest? I don't even know which was greater, 2016 or this one. I think this one. Look, Honest Abe Lincoln. We have Honest Abe. We have Uncle Sam. You know, Uncle Sam shook my hand about 2 months ago. He's got the strongest grip I've ever. You are a strong man. I said, what the hell was that? But I'm glad to report that the first hostages have just been released. And who knows what's going to happen? I know that Biden is saying that they made the deal. Well, you know, I mean, that deal should have been, first of all, it would have never happened if I were president. Would have never happened. There was not even a thought of it. Iran was broke. They had no money for Hezbollah. They had no money for Hamas. They had no money. They were broke, totally broke, and they would have never done anything. But they did it, you know. I like to think back to the past. I said, if only the election weren't rigged, all the things that would have happened, that would have been so good. But it was. We're not going to let that happen again. I want to thank my friend Steve Witkoff, who I think is here. I know he made a beautiful speech. I heard he made a great speech. But he's an amazing guy. I said, I got to get myself a negotiator. We have to get a good negotiator. A lot of guys are knowledgeable, but they can't negotiate. They don't have the personality or whatever. And Steve does, and Steve's a great negotiator, very successful guy. But he's our new special envoy to the Middle East for helping reach this great breakthrough, and really couldn't have been done without Steve. Where is Steve Witkoff? Is he around here someplace? Because he was so great. There he is. Hello, Steve. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Steve. What a job. Our incoming administration has achieved all of this in the Middle East in less than 3 months without being president. We've achieved more without being president than they've achieved in 4 years with being president. But just imagine all of the good things that we will accomplish together with 4 more years in the White House. And we're going to do a lot of things. You're going to see something tomorrow. You're going to see executive orders that are going to make you extremely happy. Lots of them. Lots of them. We have to set our country on the proper course. By the time the sun sets tomorrow evening, the invasion of our borders will have come to a halt, and all the illegal border trespassers
will in some form or another be on their way back home. Think of it. We've allowed millions and millions of people into our country through open borders, no checks, no vetting, no anything. Millions and millions of people. And lots of those people are murderers. 52% of them killed more than one person. Other than that, they're quite fine. They're nice people. These are rough people. Remember, I used to say these people are rough. And they would say, no, no, these are illegal immigrants. They're very safe. I said, they're not safe. Look at what's happened with Venezuela, where they're sending these gangs in and they're taking over apartment complexes in Colorado and then cutting off the fingers of a man who had the nerve and desire to call the police. He said, you want to call the police? Bah, guess what? You have no fingers. These are rough people, and they're getting the hell out of our country. They're out. The border security measures I will outline in my inaugural address tomorrow will be the most aggressive, sweeping effort to restore our borders the world has ever seen. You know, we had the best, safest border in the history of our country. You remember that with the great chart that I put up. I don't even know if they have that chart now. Maybe they do. These guys are good. Maybe they do. Who the hell? I don't know. I didn't tell them I was going to do this. I didn't tell, but we have some very good people, but I didn't say. But we had a chart, and I looked to my right, and then they said, ooh, that was it. That hurt. What the hell was that? I still have that throbbing feeling in my ear. Oh, there it is. Look at it. These people are amazing. I didn't tell them I was doing that. That's fantastic. Yeah, it's all over the place. I love that. That is the most beautiful piece of paper I've ever seen in my life. But if you look at that chart and you look at the red arrow on the bottom, that's the single lowest we ever had in history, at least recorded history, of illegals pouring into our country. We had done a great job. And then they took over, and look what happened. It's like an Elon Musk rocket ship going up. That reminds me of Elon, his rocket ships. Look at that. Look at the difference. And it just continued and continued, and we're taking in people that shouldn't be here. They come in from prisons, from jails. They shouldn't be here. Mental institutions. I used to mention, and the press would always excoriate me, I'd say the late, great Hannibal Lecter came into our country today. Silence of the Lambs. Anybody see that movie? Lovely movie. And when people went to the voter booth, they said, we don't want Hannibal Lecter in our country. The press would say, why is he bringing up Hannibal Lecter? That was a fictitious character. Actually, they're not so fictitious. We have people in our country that are probably worse that we allowed in. But we will quickly reestablish control of our sovereign territory and borders. We will expel every single illegal alien, gang member, and migrant criminal operating on American soil, and remove the savage gang Tren de Aragua from the United States. Here's a little video for you to see about this gang. Go ahead.
Open borders, deadly consequences.
Border crisis. Record high crossings are putting a strain on cities across America.
It is a full-blown invasion.
Armed Venezuelan gang members storming an apartment complex in Aurora, Colorado.
When people talk about lack of crime, this is what they're talking about.
San Antonio, Texas, just one of the latest cities to have apartment complexes taken over by members of the Venezuelan gang.
Biden and Harris had created a program to bring them in under humanitarian parole.
I am in favor of saying that we're not going to treat people who are undocumented cross the border as criminals.
More than 13,000 illegal immigrants convicted of murder have been released into the United States.
My 20-year-old daughter, Kayla Hamilton, was murdered in her own room. Kayla's murderer was apprehended by Border Patrol crossing illegally into the U.S.
Kayla's murderer had been improperly released into the United States.
Abolish ICE. Yeah, we need to probably think about starting from scratch.
More than a dozen people suspected of being Tren de Aragua gang members right here in San Antonio.
The gang members had been terrorizing the apartment complex.
New details in the murder of Laken Riley. The illegal immigrant suspect, who cops say committed the heinous murder, is a Venezuelan national.
And was paroled and released into the country
by the Biden administration.
If they'd all been properly vetted, that probably wouldn't have happened.
2 men investigators say are in the country illegally from Venezuela are charged with capital murder and the death of Jocelyn Nungaray.
Martinez and Angel wrapped his arms around Jocelyn's neck, took off her pants, and climbed on top of her. Later strangled Jocelyn to death and then tied up her hands and feet.
Court documents suggest a group of men arrested for beating and robbing a Dallas woman last month are members of a Venezuelan street gang.
The men threatened to cut off her fingers if she did not cooperate. Manuel Hernandez was booked by Colleyville police just 2 days earlier and released the day before the robbery.
A Peruvian gang leader who is wanted for 23 murders, who was arrested by Border Patrol near Roma, Texas, then released into America.
That's what we allowed in, and they're nice people compared to some of them. They're nicer than others. These are really vicious people, gang members, and many, many people from prisons. And crime all over the world is down. You know why? Because they got their criminals into the United States of America. You look at Venezuela, they've emptied their prisons into our country. Many other places the same. I would have done the same if I headed up any of the countries. I know most of those guys are smart. They're leaders. They are smart, streetwise people. As soon as I heard they were going to have open borders, I said, if you do that, every prison all over the world is going to be emptied out into our country. They come in from the Congo. The Congo's big on emptying their prisons. The only thing good about it is they make our criminals look like really nice people. These people are vicious people all over the world, not just South America, all over the world they come. From mental institutions and from jails and prisons. With our actions tomorrow, my administration will deliver justice for every family whose loved one has been stolen from them by migrant crime, including Laken Riley, Rachel Morin, Jocelyn Nungaray, Kayla Hamilton, and every other precious American soul that we have lost to these animals. Their memories will live in the hearts forever, in our hearts forever, and we will never, ever forget them. And their contribution, I told their mothers who were devastated, their parents, their fathers, they're devastated. They'll never be the same. They'll never be the same. But I said, your daughter has made a major contribution. Your son has made a major contribution. There are hundreds and even thousands of victims of this horrible atrocity. And you add those numbers to the numbers of crime that we're already going through the roof, and it's something that you wouldn't even believe. Do you remember I did the debate, and I had David Muir from ABC saying, no, crime has gone down. I said, no, it's gone through the roof. Crime has gone through the roof, David. No, crime has gone down. I said, it's gone through the roof. And then he goes, I disagree with that. The next day they announced that crime was up like 40%. This guy the whole thing is it's so bad. You can't even imagine how anybody could be for these things of, think of it, open borders, prisons and mental institutions, men playing in women's sports, transgender for everyone. Transgender. And very soon we'll begin the largest deportation operation in American history, larger and evil. Even larger than President Dwight Eisenhower, who has the record right now. And we're going to end the Biden war on American energy and unleash our energy resources to quickly defeat inflation and achieve the lowest cost of energy and electricity on Earth. And we're going to be using our emergency powers to allow countries and entrepreneurs and people with a lot of money build big plants, AI plants. We need double the energy that we already have, and it's going to end up being more than that. And we're going to slash the regulations, environmental regulations that are really put in there in order to stop progress in this country. We're going to also slash something else, the waste in our bloated federal bureaucracy. We will create the new Department of Government Efficiency, headed by a gentleman named Elon Musk, who's here someplace. I don't know where the hell he is. He's here someplace.
Come here, Elon. Did you see his rocket yesterday? It was captured. And X is with him. X. Come on, Elon, say a couple of words.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. President. Sorry, little X just followed me on the stage here. He's a very enthusiastic supporter, as you can see. Woo! Yeah. So we're looking forward to making a lot of changes, and you know this victory is the start, really. What matters going forward is to actually make significant changes, cement those changes, and set the foundation for America to be strong for a century, for centuries, forever. So. And make America great again. Yeah. So, yeah. So anyway, we're gonna do great things here. Thank you.
Thank you, Elon. You know, I always say we have to be protective of our geniuses because we don't have too many, but that one is a good one. Now, I watched his rocket come down about 3 months ago, and I thought it was crashing. I was talking to somebody on the phone. By the way, same thing happened yesterday. It came down, and it was captured so beautifully. It came down, it's tumbling, it's a mess, it's going down. I say, oh, look at that thing, that's a disaster. And then it gets like a couple of miles away from Earth, and all of a sudden the engines start going on, the things start, and then I see it coming in and landing in the gantry, and I'm watching it, I'm saying, oh, it's gonna crash, oh, but those engines came out and they blew the fire all over the place. And all of a sudden those two big arms came and hugged it like you would hug your little baby. And that sucker landed it. Nobody's been able to do that but him. And he's a great guy. And we have him and Vivek and some great people working on a thing called costs. And he's got the credibility to do it too. We're gonna do things that are really amazing. But he went out to Pennsylvania after that. He landed that rocket nobody had ever seen. By the way, China can't do it. Russia can't do it or come close. It'll be 10 years before they can do it. And the US can't do it except for him. And it's pretty amazing. But he did that. And then he journeyed to Pennsylvania, where he spent like a month and a half campaigning for me in Pennsylvania. And he's a popular guy, and he was very effective. And he knows those computers better than anybody, all those computers, those vote counting computers. And we ended up winning Pennsylvania like in a landslide. So it was pretty good. It was pretty good. So thank you to Elon. And his son's name, who's cute as a button, his son's name is X. He's the only guy who could get away with the name X. But his son is a great guy. One thing we know, his son is smart. If you believe in the racehorse theory, he's got a nice, smart son. But thank you very much to Elon and everybody. We've had so much help. Every radical and foolish executive order of the Biden administration will be repealed within hours of when I take the oath of office. Oh, you're going to have a lot of fun watching television tomorrow. Somebody said yesterday, sir, don't sign so many in one day. Let's do it over a period of weeks. I said, like hell, we're going to do it over weeks. We're going to sign them at the beginning. You know that old story. Let's do it later, then it never gets done. No, we're doing them tomorrow. And we'll have plenty to sign in the future. Don't worry about it. It's not going to stop. But we're going to stop the destructive and divisive diversity, equity, and inclusion mandates.
all across the government and private sector and return our country to the merit system. You know, the Supreme Court ruled that the United States is allowed to go by the merit system, which is what made us great in the first place. That was a big ruling that a lot of people don't even know about, but it was a big, tremendous ruling. And you're focusing on character, competence, and qualifications in all hiring decisions. Now you're allowed to go by competence and ability and genius. You don't have to hire somebody to send up one of his rocket ships that doesn't know anything about what's happening. As a first step toward restoring transparency and accountability to government, we will also reverse the overclassification of government documents. And in the coming days, we are going to make public remaining records relating to the assassinations of President John F. Kennedy, his brother Robert Kennedy, as well as Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and other topics of great public interest. It's all going to be released, Uncle Sam. And I will direct our military to begin construction of the great Iron Dome missile defense shield, which will all be made in the USA. And we will get wokeness the hell out of our military immediately and make it like it used to be. Take a look at this.
You little scumbag! I got your name! I got your ass! You will not laugh! You will not cry! You will learn by the numbers!
Happy Pride. Happy Pride Month, and actually, let's declare it a summer of pride.
So you're a killer? Sir, yes, sir! Let me see your war face! Sir, you got a war face? Ah! That's a war face! Now let me see your war face! Ah! Bullshit! You didn't convince me! Let me see your real war face! Ah!
I hear it and I know, I know you wanna take.
You will be a weapon. You will be a minister of death, praying for war. But until that day, you are pukes. You are the lowest form of life on earth. You are not even human fucking beings. You are nothing but unorganized, grabastic pieces of amphibian shit.
How to
abracadabra, these bitches know I got answers the way I.
It looks to me like the best part of you ran down the crack of your mama's ass and ended up as a brown stain on the mattress. I love working for Uncle Sam. I love working for Uncle Sam. Let me know just who I am. Let me know just who I am. 1, 2, 3, 4, United States Marine Corps. 1, 2, 3, 4, United States Marine Corps.
Thank you. So we won 2 world wars with that. And that's the way it's going to be. The American people have given us their trust, and in return, we're going to give them the best first day, the biggest first week, and the most extraordinary first 100 days of any presidency in American history. To implement this historic agenda, I've assembled an all-star cabinet of patriots and visionaries and reformers who will fight for America, and together we will win, win, win for America. To restore the spirit of American Armed Forces, I have appointed Pete Hegseth as our next Secretary of Defense. Where's Pete? Where's Pete? Pete's here someplace. Where is he? Good job, Pete. They like you, Pete. Thanks, Pete. They like him. To bring back integrity to our intelligence community, Tulsi Gabbard will be our next Director of National Intelligence. To make America healthy again, we will have Robert F. Kennedy Jr. as Secretary of Health and Human Services. To end the weaponization of our government and restore the impartial rule of law. Oh, this is so important. She's so incredible. Pam Bondi will be an outstanding Attorney General. She's going to do an incredible job. She will do an incredible job, and she's working with another person who's going to be unbelievable at the FBI, Kash Patel. And tomorrow, everybody in this very large arena will be very happy with my decision on the J6 hostages. Very happy. I think you'll be very, very happy. I would say about 99.9% in this beautiful arena. And by the way, I want to thank the owners of this arena. They are great. They're up here someplace in one of those beautiful boxes. And their team is doing very well. And Ovechkin is a great player, right? But I want to thank Ted and all of the owners for allowing this to take place. It was really great. And thank you. It's a hell of an operation. Great place. Fantastic arena. Thank you, Ted. Thank you, everybody. At Homeland Security, we will have a tough leader in Kristi Noem, and we will have an outstanding Secretary of Transportation in Sean Duffy, Congressman Sean Duffy. Great people. And we're going to win so much that Governor Burgum of the Interior, you know Governor Burgum, one of the best governors in the country, is in charge of Department of the Interior, and the hottest man anywhere in the world for energy. When I announced him, people couldn't believe it. You didn't hear of him, but if you're in the energy business, he's considered the absolute best. Mr. Chris Wright of the Energy Department. He's going to head up the Energy Department. He's the hottest guy, and there is anybody in the energy business. They said, I can't believe you got Chris Wright. And a man named Marco Rubio is going to be our great future Secretary of State. And Howard Lutnick, a tremendous success on Wall Street, is going to be our Secretary of Commerce. They have to go through these drills, but they're going to. And I want to thank the Republican senators. They've been doing great. And John Thune has been doing a great job in moving the process along quickly. We're going to have a lot of them hopefully approved very quickly. And a very special woman, Linda McMahon, is going to be our future Secretary of Education, which we're going to be giving back to the states. Let the state run education. I said to Linda, Linda, I'm making you the Secretary of Education, but if you do a great job, you will put yourself out of a job because you're going to be sending it back to the states. And she's fantastic. And her staff, which has been largely hired, is fantastic. And all of the other leaders will come to me and they're going to say, do you remember I used to do this for fun? But it's really not fun, it's fact. Because we have to do some of best of, right? But they're going to come and say to me, sir, we're winning too much, sir. We can't take it anymore. We have to stop winning, sir. We can't do it. We're not used to winning in our country. And each one of them is going to say, every single one, sir, please, please, you're destroying our country. We're winning too much. Our country isn't prepared for this. They're not used to winning, sir. And I'll say, no, Linda and everybody, we're not going to stop winning. The people of our country want us to keep on winning, and we're going to go win like never, ever before. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to be doing it, Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam is having a heart attack down here. Look at him. Uncle Sam is going wild. And they think I pay for these people. I have no idea who he is. All I know is he does. And there's Abe Lincoln. Thank you, Honest Abe. I have no idea. I swear, I have no idea who the hell he is. But he looks like Abe. He's probably a little bit shorter, in all fairness. Abe was 6'6". He's a little bit shorter. He's about a foot shorter. Other than that, he's perfect. Thank you, Abe. In addition to the most talented cabinet ever assembled, and we think we're hearing things like that, we will be supported in our mission by countless wonderful American patriots. First, let me thank my incredible family, and I want to thank in particular somebody that headed up the Republican Party, along with Mike, the two of them, Lara Trump, who you saw before, who produced those two beautiful children. Lara Trump is unbelievable. She was the chairman of the Republican Party, and nobody ever said, oh, gee, it's a family member. They actually said, how the hell did you get her to do it? And she did a phenomenal job. We had a minimum of cheating. We watched them like a hawk. Where is Lara? Where the hell is she? But she did some job. See, she wants to be nice and quiet. She's here someplace. Thank you, Lara. Thank you very much, hon. She's phenomenal. The job she did, and her son, who was up. Didn't they do a beautiful job? The son and the daughter. How many young kids know that one? They don't know that one. But her husband is somebody I'm very proud of. He's doing a great job. He's been subpoenaed more than any human being in history, I believe. Every day he'd get a subpoena from Congress on something, oh, bullshit. But he'd get a subpoena. He's got a PhD in subpoenas. But he did a fantastic job. And Don, you know all about Don, how he did. He's great. He's very popular, too. He knows a lot about guns, I want to tell you that. We had, by the way, I have to tell you, we had great support from every gun group, including the NRA, which really worked hard. And Ivanka and Jared are here, and Tiffany and Michael are here, and Barron and my 10 incredible grandchildren, and another one coming through Tiffany. And of course, I want to thank our next Vice President of the United States, J.D. Vance. Wherever he may be, there's a lot of people. Wherever the hell he is, he's here someplace. It's a lot of people. It's a little tough when you say, where is he? You know, you got a lot of people in here. But J.D. Vance has been extraordinary. And he's got an unbelievable wife, the Second Lady of the United States, Usha Vance. So, Usha, thank you very much. It's a beautiful couple, great people. We're also pleased to be joined tonight by Hulk Hogan, the Hulkster. The Hulkster. One thing, it's not hard to find him. All he has to do is stand up and you say, there he is. But he's great. And Kid Rock, wow, Kid Rock is a friend of mine. He's a friend of mine for a long, long time. He did that thing on Budweiser. Budweiser will never be the same when he did the gun with the MAGA hat. That was the commercial that everybody saw. Also with us tonight is a great actor, tremendously talented guy, Jon Voight, who's great and a friend of mine. And Sylvester Stallone is here. Great guy. And you know, I got Mel Gibson, Sylvester Stallone, and Jon Voight to become ambassadors to Hollywood, California, to put it back on track. So they're all ambassadors. You have to refer to them as ambassador, Mr. Ambassador. And a man who's got an army of young people, Charlie Kirk, is here. And I want to thank Charlie. Charlie is fantastic. I mean, this guy, don't believe the stuff when you hear the kids are liberal. They're not liberal. Maybe they used to be, but they're not anymore. You got to see how many people are for us. And I want to thank Megyn Kelly. She's been terrific. She's been really great. And Billy Ray Cyrus. And Lee Greenwood, wow, has he been something. What a song and what a man. And you know, by the way, these microphones. You see the microphones? I said, what the hell are those microphones doing standing behind me? You're going to have a little special treat at the end of this speech. I don't want to tell you because you'll rush me off the stage. Get off the stage. But you have a little special treat, and I won't tell you, but let's put it this way. It's the people that 30 years ago had a hot song, never hit #1, hit #5. But 30 years later, it hit #1 week after week. And they're here to sing. They're here to sing for you. And you won't recognize them. They're slightly larger than they used to be, but that's the way life goes. We can all tell you, that's the way life goes. There's nothing we can do about that. Sebastian Gorka, stand up, Sebastian. I see Sebastian here. There's a patriot. He's been with me through thick and thin, right, Sebastian? Now he's with the administration. Thank you. Great guy. And again, I want to thank Elon for what he did in Pennsylvania. He worked so hard. He worked so hard in Pennsylvania. Great guy. And a man who is a champion. A man who took something from nothing. Everybody said, this is something will never work. It's too violent. But he understood people. He said they like violence, unfortunately, right? But a man who understood fighting better than any man ever. There's never been anything like this. What Dana White did with the UFC and building it into a monster sport franchise. So I want to thank Dana White of USC for being here. And Dana, you've done a job like nobody could have done. Thank you. A great guy and a friend of mine. A great friend of mine. He's a tough cookie. You want him on your side at all times. Every one of those people you want on your side. And we have dozens of other celebrities and everything, but we're going to get back to what we're doing. But I do want to say, in the audience, we have many governors, many senators, many members of Congress, and other distinguished guests, far too many to name, unless you'd like me to name them. No? You want me to name governors, senators, and Congress people? No. I thought you were going to say that. Sorry, governors. No, but we appreciate all of the love that we've gotten from them. I'll tell you, our House and our Senate Republicans have been unbelievable, and the governors are unbelievable, the job they're doing. Of the crime-ridden cities, the top 25, every single one of them is run by a Democrat. Does that tell you something? We don't have problems in the Republican cities. Tonight, I also want to send our love to everyone affected by the terrible wildfires raging in California. We're praying for you all. We love you all. We're going to be there very soon. I'm going to go out there on Friday to see it and to get it moving back. We're going to get some of the best builders in the world. We'll get it moving back. And I also want to pay my respects to the great people of North Carolina. You know, I won it every single time. And they've been treated very badly. FEMA almost didn't know it existed. And we're going to get North Carolina rocking and rolling, okay? We're going to get them rocking and rolling. They've been treated very badly as a state. Together, we will rebuild Los Angeles better, more beautiful than ever before. We're going to get it going. We have the best builders in the world. It's the only people that could do it. Nobody else knows what the hell they're doing. And in 2028, the Los Angeles Olympics will be one of the great sporting events and patriotic celebrations in history. I was with Gianni, the head of the Olympics, and because of the wildfires, they're going to do a special job. They're going to really do something very special for the Olympics. And the opposite, some people said, oh, maybe the Olympics can't go there. It turned out just the opposite. They came to see me the other day and the committee, and it's just the opposite. So the Olympics is great. And Johnny, for the others, you know, the World Cup, Johnny is the head of it. We had our top people, Wasserman. They all came in on the Olympics, and then I saw Johnny. And we got the World Cup, too. And, you know, it's only because they rigged the election that I'll be your president representing you there. You know, I got both of them. I got the Olympics and I got the World Cup. And I said, you know, it's too bad. One was in 2026 and the other was in 2028. And I said, I won't be there. I won't be your president. But then they rigged the election and now we won. So I'm going to be your president for the Olympics and for the World Cup. So, Johnny, thank you for the World Cup. And everybody, thank you for the Olympics. We're going to have a great time. We have another thing happening. 250 years. A celebration like no other. 250 years. And that's going to be taking place next year. So we have a lot of big events coming. And everything we do everything. We take it very, very seriously. But what do we do more than anything else? We put America first. And it all starts tomorrow when I raise my hand on the Bible to be sworn as we'll be sworn in tomorrow. We're all going to be sworn in together. That's the way I look at it. It's not me, it's you. Greatest of all time. So we will be sworn in tomorrow. I'll be representing you as your 47th President of the United States. And just in conclusion, together, we're going to cut your taxes, end inflation, slash your prices, getting them back down, raise your wages, and bring thousands of factories back to the USA, right where they belong. And that'll be done through tariffs and smart policy. We will build American, we will buy American, and we will hire American. I will end the war in Ukraine. I will stop the chaos in the Middle East, and I will prevent World War III from happening. And you have no idea how close we are. We will crush violent crime in our cities and give our police the support, protection, resources, and respect they so dearly deserve. We will strengthen and modernize our military again. We did it. We rebuilt our entire military. And then they gave billions and billions of dollars of it to, you remember, to the Taliban. They gave it to the Taliban. They gave our military equipment, a big chunk of it, to the enemy. Do you know that we pay billions of dollars a year? Do you know this? Does anyone know this? To Afghanistan? Do you know that? And I say, if we're going to pay billions of dollars a year, tell them we're not going to give them the money unless they give back our military equipment that these poor, stupid people allowed for them to have. So we'll give them a couple of bucks. We want the military equipment back. We will rebuild our once great cities, including our capital in Washington, D.C., making them safe, clean, and beautiful again. And we want to make this city again safe. We don't want people coming to Washington and getting mugged, shot, killed. We're going to stop it. Law enforcement, and they have very good police here, but they have to be allowed to do their job. We're going to stop it. We're going to beautify it. We're going to make it the most beautiful capital in the world. We will teach our children to love our country, to honor our history, and to always respect our great American flag. And we will get critical race theory and transgender insanity the hell out of our schools. And always remember, this is so easy. This will be done tomorrow. We will keep men out of women's sports. It's over. I will defend religious liberty. I will restore free speech, and I will defend the right to keep and bear arms. We're going to defend that. After years of building up foreign nations, defending foreign borders, and protecting foreign lands, we are finally going to build up our country, defend our borders, and protect our citizens. And we will stop illegal immigration once and for all. We will not be invaded. We will not be occupied. We will not be overrun. We will not be conquered. We will be a free and proud nation once again, and that will take place tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Everyone in our country will prosper. Every family will thrive. And every day will be filled with opportunity and hope, and also filled with a thing called the American dream that you don't hear much about anymore. For the past 9 years, you and I fought side by side against the most sinister and corrupt forces on earth. And in our magnificent victory on November 5th, you showed them once and for all that this nation does not belong to them. This nation belongs to you. From New York to Los Angeles, from Philadelphia to Phoenix, from Chicago to Miami, and from Houston to right here in Washington, D.C. Our country was won and built by generations of patriots who gave everything they had for our rights and for our freedom. They were farmers and soldiers, cowboys and factory workers, steel workers, coal miners, police officers, and pioneers who pushed onward, marched forward, and let no obstacle stand in their path. Nothing could get in their way. Together they laid down the railroads, raised up the skyscrapers, built the great highways, won 2 world wars, defeated fascism and communism, and launched American astronauts to the moon. It was hardworking patriots like you who built this country. And 75 days ago on November 5th, it was hardworking patriots like you who saved our country. You saved our country. Now, after all we have been through together, we stand on the verge of the 4 greatest years in American history. With your help, we will restore America's promise, and we will rebuild the nation that we all love so much. We are one people, one family, and one glorious nation under God. We will never give in. We will never give up. We will never back down, and we will never, ever, ever, ever surrender. We will fight, 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 and we will win, win, win. And together, we will make America powerful again. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America healthy again. We will make America strong again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. What a great victory for everybody. Thank you, America. Thank you very much. Thank you.
What is up?
Oh, it's really lovely to see right-wing XJWs. What happened?
Exactly. This is the place to find them.
This is one of the reasons of many why I stopped being an XJW, voice. Yeah, there was just too many lefties. It was getting depressing.
Wow. Yeah.
But this is great.
It doesn't make sense because it's about the morals.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know.
Well, this is lovely. And when does Trump get his inauguration? Is it tomorrow afternoon for you guys?
Yeah, tomorrow 12 p.m. and we will be live streaming it, watching history with everyone.
Well, do you know I have my MAGA hat? Hang on.
Represent.
I'm walking and talking. I'm getting my MAGA hat. Damn it, why not?
I have a flag,
Running up the
but I need
stairs.
to get a hat.
Awesome.
Hang on.
Oh, this is epic.
Sorry about
guys.
this.
This is amazing.
Dear me. Sorry, it's late over here. All my family are in bed.
Woo!
Coming now. Hang on. Get the hat on. There we go.
Yes.
Awesome.
Representing.
Absolutely. Why not? I think it's too small for my giant head, but it's the best I can do.
Yeah.
Dear me. It's
Oh,
ironically, it's probably made in China. Well, it is made in China because that's where it came from, and it's not the best quality.
yeah.
Okay.
It needs to be made in America, bought in America, made by Americans. It's America first, baby. We're back.
Well, you know, I wish I was an American. I would love to be an American, but you know, Northern Ireland.
Where?
Northern Ireland. So if you if you jump if you swam from Atlantic City, you'd hit Ireland, and I'm in Northern Ireland. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, it's really good.
So you're Irish and you're still MAGA?
I'm Irish and I'm what?
You still
Support America? Yeah, of course.
Oh wow.
MAGA is worldwide. It's not just America. It is worldwide.
Absolutely, everybody. Yeah, I mean, there's so many people, and I mean, you guys. How long have you guys been doing XJW videos?
I started about like 8 months ago.
Okay, so before your time, there was a whole movement of like I'm gonna call us, you know, far right, because that's what everybody calls us. It calls everybody these days. So I'm gonna say there was a whole movement of far right people. Now, one of them is on your chat there. GG for GB.
Yes.
That's Gilbert.
Yes.
So I love Gilbert. He's a brilliant guy. So I met Gilbert a couple of years ago in America, must be nearly 10 years ago now in America. We did a big protest outside the Watchtower headquarters. I don't know if you remember that.
Yes, I do. And I was trying to tell Tony about that group of people that were really active and they got canceled.
We got canceled.
And I was like, that's not okay. And I needed to be that voice since it was absent. And
That's
so
right.
I came full
It's so good to see you guys. And I just stumbled on your channel and I thought, oh my goodness, a right-wing channel. This for ex-Jehovah's Witnesses. This is so good. Because I think
we need more to come out.
yeah, I agree. But I think what happens is a load of people leave the Witnesses and they think to themselves, oh, do you know what? I have to be understanding about everything now because I was wrong about something. So everybody must be okay. And you're like, no, some people are just crazy.
That was me for a little while.
Me too, for a bit. I mean, I remember took my kids to a gay pride march. And I made a YouTube. I made a YouTube video about it. I made a YouTube video. I was so proud taking my kids to the gay pride march. We had our little rainbow flags and shit. And what put me off was we stood there and there was this like a back of a lorry, you know, like a float came by, and there was this really like grotesquely fat 20-something guy, all shaved and covered in oil, and he had a poster. He was on the back of this lorry, and he had a poster which said Jesus was a faggot.
Oh my goodness.
God.
And I looked at my wife and I thought, fuck me, I went to support you. I came to support this lump.
You gotta draw a line somewhere. Sorry, that's overboard.
Yeah. And I was like, nah.
I live in New York City, and so in Chelsea, and Chelsea is an area of Manhattan that's very, very known for that community. And the gay pride, pride parade is really huge there, really huge.
Yep. And I remember being in New York, and I remember having these conversations with King Tony, and she was like, "Oh, we're gonna go to the parade and everything," and I was like, "I'm sorry, I'm not going because I'm not an ally, and I'm not afraid to say that, and I would never bring my children to that. So I'm sorry, I skipped it, but she went. She had a great time.
Yeah, I think I went 1 year, and then I skipped, and then I went another year, and then I haven't been since. Yeah, but it's true. What are you really
You know-
supporting by going to those parades? It's not just equality. It's not just
right.
And I had to.
Yeah.
I came to realize that.
Did you ever see Norm Macdonald's little skit he did about that?
No.
Norm Macdonald, the comedian, did a thing about, he said in a talk show one time, he really, you know, sort of had them all on edge. He said, it's a funny thing to be proud about, being gay. He says, like, there's a grandparent and they're talking and they're saying, I'm really proud about my son. You know, he just graduated from Harvard with honors and he's got a job and he's earning 6 figures and he loves cock.
Yeah, that's just weird. It's just too much. You know what I'm saying? Like that should be your private business, and it shouldn't be paraded on the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
I agree.
private. That's private.
My
Say
Although-
no to
and they
Jimmy.
started putting that in the school system. That's for me is like now you're trying to take over my job as a parent and what I want my son to know and learn.
100%.
And if I do want him to know about those things, I'm going to tell him how I want to tell him.
Exactly.
Not you guys.
Can I ask you though, are you telling me that you don't think America is stronger now that you've got all those free trans surgeries in the army?
No, absolutely not.
No, that was crazy though, because I have not seen that.
Yeah.
That was insane for you to be in a military uniform and then completely turn into a woman like that.
Did you see the guy who? Sorry, I'm interrupting. I apologize. Did you see the guy who who identified as a dog?
Oh yes! Oh my gosh! I can't.
He had like a leather muzzle on and everything. I'm thinking the Russians must be shitting themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. But I really, really enjoyed this rally. I feel like he answered a lot of questions I'm sure a lot of people had.
I like Trump.
Like, I feel like if me being nervous even beforehand, I feel a little better after him speaking. Like,
Yeah.
Get my hat back on. Good.
Yeah. I need to get one, man. Well,
Well, I'm
Jimmy
just
just entered the stage. Hi, Jimmy.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Hey, first off, before we go any further, I didn't realize that the Great Apostate was on here with you guys. And
Oh, Jimmy?
I've seen, hello, man. How's it going? Dude, forgive me. What was your first name?
Neil.
Neil. Yes, thank you. I want to tell you, back in 2018, December of 2018, when I woke up from the Watchtower indoctrination, I went through a hell of a lot of emotions like we all do. Fear, anger, anxiety, realizing we've been lied to all our lives from the Watchtower. But one person that was able to make me laugh, and we know that humor is the best, laughter is the best medicine, was you.
Oh, man, that's so kind.
So thank you for what you did in the community.
That is so kind of you. Thank you so much for saying that.
You're welcome. You deserve it.
So hard to do. You know, the amount, honestly, and so many people say the same thing. I started off because I was like a lot of you guys, like lots of ex-Jehovah's Witnesses. I'd sort of tried to put it all behind me. Then I got a job working in security, and some guys jumped up and down on my head for a while, and I had a bit of a bad time after that. I started the whole XJW thing to try to, try to deal with the past and the amount of hassle you get from it, the amount of suicide letters I got from it, the amount of nights up speaking to sheriffs in little towns in America, you know, trying to convince them that, yes, this is not a prank call. Yes, I am phoning from Northern Ireland. Yes, this person's told me they're about to kill themselves. Can you please go to their house? Then the police coming to visit me to make sure that I wasn't a psycho, you know, and showing them the text messages so many times. But then I met so many wonderful people doing it. I met Joel. Geez, I've forgotten Joel's surname. I met Parker. So many people. Maggie Martin from New York City. If Maggie Martin ever watches this, she probably won't because she's a big Democrat. But Maggie Martin is from New York City. She's such a lovely lady. I love her to bits. Gilbert is a great guy. Honestly, I met so many wonderful people. I'm a big fan of Americans. I love you all. So, so many great people, but so many great British people. And then, you know, we had those big events. We had the big protest in New York City. We had an even bigger protest in London, and you know, I don't know if it did any good, but it certainly made a racket.
Well, everybody that came before us, you know, everybody has, you know, created a path for a lot of other folks, and that's what we're doing too. So we continue to clear the path for others to be able to leave that horrible organization, that cult. And like Tony said earlier on, when I was earlier on, I had jumped off also into the political things, because Tony said that she feels like, you know, we're in a bigger cult. And that is exactly what I said back in 2020, when I said I woke up from one cult to realize that I was in a bigger cult.
Yeah. So I guess when I said that, Jimmy, I was like, it gave me a little bit of anxiety, because it's like, Jesus Christ, I just came out of one. Can I get a break?
Yeah.
Can I get a break?
Yeah. And see, that's the thing. I mean, when me and John, we actually we talked about this in one of our videos in 2020, that we woke up from one cult into another. But the good thing is, at least now, we are mentally prepared to recognize characteristics of cult-like behavior, cult-like control, cult-like propaganda. And that's why I said 5 years ago almost that Watchtower is nothing but a propaganda arm of the deep state globalist system. And so that's why I find it really hard for, you know, there's some XJWs that just want to stay asleep to all this, but I feel bad for them, because they're going to have to wake up again. They think they woke up from Watchtower and they're all fine and good and everything. I'm telling you right now, no, you're not. There's going to be more that you're going to wake up to. So that's where we come into play, because we've been through it. We've been through the fire. We've taken the slings and arrows from naysayers, like Trump said. He said, I'm going to take the slings and arrows. We've done that.
Yeah.
And so we are prepared to help others be able to get through this experience, and hopefully, because what we did, not just us, but folks back in Neil's era, hopefully people will not be hit so hard. We give them a soft landing. We fell and we hit the fucking concrete.
Yes.
Yeah. We want to put a mattress or something there for others, so we can have all the naysayers we want. We can have all that. I don't give up. So
especially in our community, because it was almost as if you're not allowed to think differently than the left, because the majority of XJWs were left leaning, and you're on the internet, which is majority left anyways. So it's very easy to get caught into this popular group of everything that we see in the left wing. And then as soon as I started moving more right, I was centered, then I was more right, and then in their opinion, I was far right. It was almost as if you're not even allowed to have those opinions. And I was like, no, I'm not going to censor myself, and I'm not going to keep it to myself. That's what I did as a JW all my life. Why would I do it now? So 100%. And that community, what we're doing here did not exist at that time. So that's why I said all those XJWs in the past that they got, they got smeared, they got canceled, they did great things, all of a sudden disappeared from the internet. And I'm like, no, this cannot be. So that's why I was like, we need to bring it back. And I did reach out to those guys, to Parker and to like all those other people. I subscribed, I commented, there was another one on X that Gigi is also friends with. I started speaking to them again, and I'm like, hey, I remember you, and I remember what happened to you online, and I disagreed with it, and I wish you would have stayed. There's a lot of people who just disappear and we never see them again. But no, I'm like, I'm gonna be here, I'm not leaving, and I'm not going anywhere. And then I'm gonna bring back those old timers, and I'm gonna bring them back. It's like the comeback. The comeback is happening.
Maybe I'll start my channel up again.
I've made one personal observation of that, and I'll give you my sense on that. I think for a lot of the XJW activists, myself included, Neil included, we get to a point to where we're just done with Watchtower stuff.
Yes.
We're done with Watchtower. we know. Do we know that people are still in? Do we know that people are still hurting? Yes, we do, and we feel for them. But I think what happens within the community, there tends to be a lot of negativity, fighting, stuff like that. And we get to a point where we're done with that. We don't want to deal with that crap because we've mentally moved on. We don't have to stay in a situation to where we're trauma bonding because we dealt with our trauma and we're able to move on with our lives.
Yeah.
I think that's why a lot of the XJW YouTubers disappear. Because yeah, go ahead.
No, I was going to say I've thought about that a long time, and I've discussed that with other people. And I think that one of the reasons is most honest people who do XJW sort of videos and stuff. What happens is you talk about the issues of your upbringing. You talk about the issues of all the people you know, and then you talk about all the basic subjects: the sex abuse, the no blood, the birthdays, Christmas. You get it all. You vent your spleen, so to speak, and then you're done with it. And you're like, okay, well, what more will I do? Am I just some kind of user who grifts off XJWs, and will I make another video in the hope that I get some money from it? Or will I just stop now? Because I've said what I want to say. The only person who ever, in my opinion, properly managed to sort of turn XJW videos into almost a McDonald's process was Lloyd Evans.
Don't get me started with him.
I'm not a fan, but but he managed to basically say, well, I'm just going to keep making material and just constantly churn it out. And it for financial reasons, it certainly did him very well. But that was my feeling. The other thing I think is really worth noting, and I've said this for ages, but remember when you were a Jehovah's Witness? Do you remember how many scumbags were actually witnesses with you? Right? And remember how many people got disfellowshipped and got kicked out for reasons which you would go, yeah, that's completely justifiable. I know people, and here's the thing. So then you get the inverted commas XJW community, and you say, hang on a second, a lot of those people in that community are some of those same people. So you're not friends with all those people. Some of those people are genuinely awful people. It's a long time past, so I'm sure I can spill the beans. But when we did the New York protest, at one point I chucked a guy out half naked. He tried to sneak into a woman's room.
What?
I threw him out the door of the hotel because all he came to do was fuck people.
Yeah,
he had no interest, and and he got thrown out of a woman's hotel room at about 3:00 in the morning, right out the door with his clothes in a pile beside him.
Yeah,
it was me and one other guy, really lovely guy who I'll not mention because he didn't tell me I could, but a much bigger guy than me, and we walked him out the door and didn't let him back. But you know what I mean? It's like just because somebody says I'm an ex-Jehovah's Witness activist, take that with a pinch of salt and then go, okay, are you a decent person? Are you a scumbag? Do I know anything about your personal life? Do you hire prostitutes in Eastern European countries and in the Far East?
Exactly. I'm done with that. I'm so done. And I'm glad I found that out early because I was really into that. And I had King Tony. It was us, we only had each other. I'm like, oh, there's a community, there's people. And then I started seeing like weird stuff. And I was like, hold up a second. As soon as everybody showed their true colors and they took their nails out and their teeth were out, I was like, wow, really? So now I know who you are and I don't need to interact with you anymore. And then I kept it pushing. I kept moving. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to start my own thing. So nobody could block me. Nobody could kick me off. Nobody can tell me what I can or cannot do. This is my own show. You need to have your own things so that you're not booted. And that's why, this came into existence because I'm not doing JW content anymore either. I just do like news stuff. But this is where I'm really at is the live shows. It's the political things because that's just where I found myself because I had identity issues for a really long time. So I found myself with politics and then I saw how similar people get, Even in politics, the nails come out, the teeth come out, and I'm like, I identified everything, and I was like, wow, this is so much fun. I love this because it doesn't bother me like other people, like as it bothers other people. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But I have that patience to debate or interact with somebody who's really annoying. Like everybody says the same thing about Mr. M, like they always blocked him, but he's my favorite troll on YouTube, and we talk on X, like he's one of my favorite ones. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else, I it's like I take all those little outcasts and I say, come here, guys, talk to me. Don't talk to them, talk to me. And I entertain it, and it's so much fun. And that's just me. So that's why I'm so glad that we did this and that this is going on, because nobody else is doing this. No other XJW is streaming the rallies, the inauguration, politics. I even did the debates. I even did the Kamala and Joe Biden the rally that they had, the DNC, the RNC. Like I did everything. No other XJW is doing it. Why not?
I'll miss Joe Biden, though. I mean, that, you know, the thing about America is, you know, you guys are first with everything most of the time, and you had the first cabbage as a world leader. It was impressive.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss Joe Biden for all the meme material.
Jesus Christ, that man was retarded.
I mean,
yeah. But you can say retarded again, by the way. It's okay.
Yeah, it is. It's okay. Yeah. I will tell you this though, from the other lens that I look through things, Joe Biden woke up a lot of people.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So was he on the white hat side? So to speak?
I don't
Hold on. Well, you know, like I said, if you believe that Joe Biden was not the real Joe Biden and that he was put into place, and if you look at this thing as being a movie, what better way to wake up people than put in a fake ass Joe Biden?
Joe Biden was on the forgot to put his pants on side.
So if I had to give an award, an Oscar, Academy Award, or whatever, for the best comedian in the movie The Great Awakening, it would be Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Tell me something. Oh, sorry, I interrupted. Pardon me.
No, I was just gonna say I can't forget my other favorite troll, Illegal Immigrant. He's been here since the beginning, and I love the name and everything. He's another favorite. Go ahead, Neil.
No, I was just going to ask, how did you guys all do with the vaccine? Are you all thanking God for the vaccine? What Operation Warp Speed? Are you happy?
Hold on. I'm still on probation, so we can't say the V word. Say any other word but that, because I don't want to get on second strike. So we'll just say the jab or the CV. Jimmy says CV. So yeah, the CV was a no-go for me.
Me too.
I did not take it, and my children did not take it.
Nope.
And I had to move states.
No way. Why?
Yeah, I had to protect my body, my body, my choice. And I had to move from New York City, where Tony's at, and I moved to Florida. I moved back to Florida.
Oh, brilliant. I'm glad.
And me personally, I didn't believe in it from day one.
No.
Thanks, guys.
No.
I took 4.
Wait,
what?
I work in the medical field, so we're like obligated.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
How are you? Are you seeing? Are you healthy? Are you okay?
No, you packed Ruby. I'm like, I feel like shit every day.
And I've told her since the beginning, I was like, I don't care how you, because before she used to say like, oh, you know, we were forced. And I'm like, stop, because
it's my job. It's any job I'm at, they're gonna force me.
Yeah, but guess what? The job fired you. It's like, don't worry about a job. Don't worry about money. Your life and your body is more important than that. So you can't say that the government forced me to do something. No. That's a tyrant right there.
Yeah, there's a statement going around, and it's been around for a while, and it's kind of, in the world we live in, a lot of people are weak and they can't handle strong criticism. It used not to be that way, but the statement is you weren't forced to get the jibby jab. You were forced to stand up for yourself, which you didn't.
That's another way of looking at it. But at the time, we did feel so oppressed and so forced
Absolutely.
that because I didn't want to. It's pressure,
And-
exactly pressure.
Well, and where did that come
I
from?
mean, and then when you have kids and you have rent and you have all these bills and you can't afford to
Yeah.
make 1 week.
I
not
know.
even
There
1
you
week
go.
Off of
I
work.
know.
I get you.
But why? What caused us to feel that way? It was all the propaganda and all the other stuff that they've
100%.
been mentally messing with us for decades. So we felt like we needed to do this because we thought the government was looking out for us.
Yes.
So we were victims of our own mental propaganda's brainwashing.
Yeah, look,
Can I-
let me
can I-
show you. Let me show you,
Oh,
Jimmy.
sorry.
Hold on.
Show us.
Okay. All the concoction she made.
My concoction.
What is that? What is that?
So it's based. Okay, I'm gonna just lay it out there. Okay, just listen. Okay, turmeric, garlic cloves, ginger, beets, cloves,
Yeah.
cinnamon sticks, oregano stick leaf,
Yeah.
rosemary leaves, mint leaves. Did I say ginger?
Yeah.
Black pepper, honey.
Yeah.
Damn.
And I put slice of lemons in it, and I squeeze the lemon juice in it. And it's been, I would say, maybe about a week.
Yeah,
Nice.
and you drink that
It's
to
like a power shot. It's so
Yeah.
potent. My son, he can't. He goes, it's nasty. I said, close your nose. Just close your
yeah,
nose.
because we were talking about the detoxing. We were talking about, like
There's no
now
inflammation in Tony's family. No inflammation at all.
Yeah,
That's
that's awesome,
That's
Tony.
brilliant. Can I tell you a funny? Can I tell you a funny story?
Oh, yes.
Oh, this you might like this. This is good. So my brother lives in Australia, and you know how they took that really seriously over there.
Oh,
They went
yeah.
nuts, right? So my brother had a job, and he refused to get the lollipop. And somebody described it in the chat. He refused to get it, and so they suspended him without pay. And a girl who he worked with, who also refused to get it, was given the option of taking his job permanently. And she then went, oh, okay. And she went and rushed out and got it, right? So she could steal his job. So my brother's sitting in Australia, and they start sending him his letters telling him they're going to fire him. And he because he's a really awkward devil like me, he sends them back letters and says, okay, no problem. I know I can't work he worked in a school. I know I can't work in the school anymore, but now you found me a new job, which is replying to these letters. So first of all, can you tell me how much you're paying me to do this? So they took about a month to reply to him, and they went, well, we're not paying you to read letters. This is just the legal documents you have to read because we're going to fire you. And he was like, no. This is my work. It's taking me time. You have to pay me money. So basically, it went all the way through to the Supreme Court of the top court of Perth, where he lives in that New South Wales. And eventually, they said, no, you're not entitled to be paid to read legal documents, right? So then they said, okay, we're just about to fire you. And he got within about 3 days of firing, and that was the end of the whole mandates. And so then they realized that they dropped the mandates 3 days before he was going to be fired. So they had to give him back his job and then fire the woman who'd run off and got jabbed.
Good. You see? Good. He dragged it out. And that's what I was telling you, Tony. It's like if you are
2 years he dragged it out.
If you're willing to wait 2 to 3 years for the politics to change or for the mandates to go down, then you win in the end. But how many people got fired and didn't get scheduled?
I do regret taking them because honestly the symptoms and things that I'm going through, I'm 31 years old, and I'm like, I cannot believe I'm going through these things right now.
It's accelerated.
Yeah,
you already had it, but it's accelerating the rate in which
there's sometimes I wake up, I can't get out of bed. I don't have any energy to get up. Like it's just my whole body, head to toe, is inflamed, in pain, and it's just bad. Yeah.
With knowledge comes experience, and what we all went through was an experience that was not beneficial to the people. And now we have the knowledge to pass that on to our kids, our grandkids, and to friends and family, so as to not ever let this crap happen again.
Right.
And to not comply when it did happen, because if you remember in 2021 when we were working at a movie theater, me and Tony had the same job. It was all of us cousins working at the same job. And they were telling us that we had to check people's vaccine card. And I told Tony, why did you agree to do that? Like they were just telling us to see who was gonna do it. A lot of people said no, we're not gonna do that. But she had just started, so she took it on, and that's when my red flag was going up, and I said, "This is not Nazi Germany. Why are we showing cards to enter?"
Because they were basically trying to control who was coming in, who was coming out. And if you're not, and your privileges were taken away. You can't go see a movie. You can't go out to eat. You got to stay home. And if you want those things, those privileges, then you get the vaccine.
And no.
So the biggest thing is do we want to live in that type of tyrannical government?
No.
No. Did the people
went from being an option to being mandatory? That's crazy.
Exactly.
Tony, you saying there about their privileges being taken away? The first thing that jumped into my head was all the times I had the microphones taken off me because I was wearing the wrong clothes or I said something wrong at the meetings.
Yeah.
You can't handle the microphones anymore, Neil. You can't handle the awesome responsibility.
That's crazy. Oh my God.
Wow.
And I said no. And then the same theater told me, well, if you're not gonna do it, then you won't be scheduled. I said, so you're firing me? To say, no, we're not going to fire you. We just won't schedule you.
Yeah.
What does that even mean? So I was like, I didn't want to do it either, right, King Tony? I didn't want to leave New York. I didn't want to move away.
I was fighting. I was like, Ruby, you're crazy. Just get the vaccine. I was like that.
Yeah.
Are you in Florida now?
What was that?
Are you still in Florida now?
Yeah, because of all of that was happening. And the city told me I couldn't homeschool my children. I said, why not? And they said, no, it's illegal now in the city. You cannot homeschool your children.
They made the religious exemption. They took that away. They were like, yeah, that doesn't work.
Right. They took it away. And I was like, no, you can't do that. That violates my constitutional rights, my freedom of religion. And it goes against my religion to take the lollipops. And I was like, no. And then they said the homeschooling, and that was the line for me, because I'm like, no, I'm homeschooling my children. I don't care what the state tells me. I don't care about a government, a country. I don't care about that. I'm gonna
so bad that I am literally sometimes I feel like I'm just gonna homeschool my kids sometimes too, because it's just, what are you teaching my kid? Why do they need to know 20 different ways to do the same problem if they already know how to do it the one way they are comfortable with?
Exactly.
All that stress on them, and then they hate school. They don't want to they don't want to do homework. It's like, that's unnecessary. But
stress on the kids. And Trump did talk about that, about the DOE and abolishing it. And I hope he does it, gives it back to the states.
Absolutely.
It's going back to the states. It's going back to the states. And what people need to put in their heads too, I know they say, oh, I'm getting my kids out of public school, or I'm sending my kids to public school. There ain't nothing public about it.
No.
They are government schools.
Right.
It's government funded. That's what. So do you want the government in the form that it's been in? Do you want that teaching your kids?
No. And you know what? Jimmy, I'm gonna say this, and I don't care who gets offended, but in my school for my kids, the assistant principal was gay. And his mannerisms and everything was so outwardly gay. Like, he didn't hide it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want that as an example for my young sons to see a man like that.
Oh, that's part of the DEI and that woke agenda that they wanted to put into the school system.
But even if you are gay, you don't have to dress like it. You don't have to sound like it, and you can be professional at your job. So there is a difference, okay?
Yeah.
Regardless of the DEI, there's a difference. There was gay people when me and Tony were little, and they didn't show it in school back in the early 2000s.
Correct.
So stop it. So when I saw what was going on in these school systems, that's when I said, absolutely not. And that's what these, parents and kids, that's where the confusion starts, because it's acceptable when they are in positions of authority, like a teacher, a cop, or, whatever. And they're too young to discern that. And that's what Tony was saying earlier. Is like, what are you teaching my kid? That's okay. It's not okay for me. And that's my parental authority to say, no, I don't want my kid growing up seeing that in the street. No, or in school or anywhere else. I'm sorry, but no. So that's where you need to take your parental control, school choice, and everything. We need to take it back. We need to take it back.
Yeah.
So I thought the rally was good. Just real quick, and then I'm gonna get ready to go. But I was hoping for a little bit more. But basically, what today's rally was, it was kind of a continuation of some of the rallies he's already done. There was a lot of stuff that was already said in that rally.
That's what I was saying. Like, what more can he say?
There was a couple of numbers that I took down that he said that I'm going to go look into tonight. He mentioned 1928, the year 1928. So I'm going to do some digging on that number. 167. When did he talk about that? That the North Carolina Women for Trump, that was their 167th rally. So I'm going to go decode that number and look into that one. And 902 was another one that he said. So I'm going to be doing some decodes on that later, and then I'll put my findings out on X on that.
I have a question, because I'm not going to lie. I felt a little iffy seeing Elon Musk there.
All right. All right. So here's I've had conversations with somebody about Elon this week, and here's my thing. And I've always said this: Elon is one of the characters in this movie that I have not been able to put my finger on.
Yeah.
Do I trust him? No. Do I think he's 100% evil? No, I don't. Is he being used to further a Make America Great agenda? I do believe so. I believe
some crazy stuff.
Yeah, I believe
I
now.
have an issue with the technology thing.
He's a technophile, and that's what I don't like about him.
Yeah. So now there's the other conspiratorial part of me that don't believe that that's the real Elon.
Interesting.
I mean, you look at pictures of Elon back in 2000, the 2000s, and you look at him now, and it's like, wow, okay, that looks a lot different. And I hate to even tell y'all this because y'all already think I'm crazy, but I was watching another Digital Soldier's information, and I can't, I can't verify this one bit, but I was like, wow, wouldn't that be something? That the actor playing Elon Musk could be allegedly Christopher Reeve.
I'm going to have to Google that. Who is that?
Superman.
Oh, Superman.
The original, the Superman from the 80s. There's, well, yeah. Well, allegedly.
Wait.
Like I said, it's just that. But what was funny, what she was saying, she says, I found it kind of funny that was the case when they just had windstorms and dust storms in southern Texas in Reeves County, Texas. So it was kind of funny. So that was the connections that she was kind of making there. It's to listen to some of the other decodes that these folks do. I'm like, wow, okay, that's an interesting concept. All right, and then the other ones I hear, I'm just like, yeah, y'all are stretching on that one. But it's interesting to talk about and speculate on.
That old saying, it's better to have Elon Musk and what do you call him, Zuckerberg, inside the tent pissing out than outside the tent pissing in. So it's maybe good that they're involved with Trump's administration. I don't particularly like them either, but it's definitely better than them trying to disrupt everything, constantly. Although,
go ahead. I just had a thought.
Go.
You know how we said that the orange hats they actually need the news media to tell them stuff because that is their trusted source, and they need that person to tell them, hey, this is what's been happening before they believe it.
Right.
Could other individuals outside of the media be in a situation to where they have to wake up a certain subgroup of orange hats?
Yeah.
Maybe Elon's being used to wake up some folks. Maybe Mark Zuckerberg is being used to wake up. And I don't think he's the same. He's been replaced too, in my opinion. So, and there's also the other saying, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's where I think Marco Rubio, personally, right now, that's where I think he falls into the category.
Okay.
Keep your friends closer, keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. So we'll just have to see how it all plays out. So
Okay.
Didn't come a moment too soon. If you ever doubt how bad it could have got, look at Britain. They're about to introduce a law in Britain, or at least they're trying to, that's going to make it illegal to talk about right-wing politics in bars and restaurants.
Yeah, that's crazy. UK is going down the drain.
Yeah, absolutely. If the servers don't like what they hear, they can complain to their bosses, and then that's workplace discrimination, and you can get kicked out, or arrested if they don't like what you say.
And that is the same exact tyrannical behavior that was coming for the United States times 1,000.
Yeah, we dodged a bullet with that one.
People literally have no clue the bullet we dodged in 2016.
Yeah,
they will come to learn, but oh my God, we dodged a bullet.
Fire has a question for you, Jimmy. What about the numbers on the lady's coat that stood behind Trump? Oh, I think I saw that. It was
I couldn't make it. What were the numbers?
Okay, we're gonna have to go back and check.
The two ladies. There was two ladies. Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching them a little bit, and then I got distracted with the one guy that was behind them. Because I always look. I try to look for stuff. Like I said, behind. What are we being?
Right.
Guys, I don't want to interrupt your show anymore, but I'm gonna head on to bed because it's nearly midnight over here.
Yeah,
I just wanted to say hello.
It's great seeing you, man.
Oh, it's brilliant to see you guys. I hope I can come on again sometime. Before I go, can I ask you, did you see the Tom McDonald video on Friday released?
The one with Roseanne?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw it.
Screw Eminem, bitch, I'm Roseanne. Oh my God, I love that.
It was hilarious.
That's such a good that's so good. It's so good. But no, and guys, thank you so much. It's lovely to see the channel doing so well. And I hope you'll let me come back on in the future sometime. You're tempting me to start my YouTube channel again.
Yes.
Awesome.
I think you should. There'll be folks out there that enjoy your material.
Yeah.
All right, great. Well, listen, if I do, you make sure you come on and say hello to me, okay?
Okay.
We'll do. All right, but I don't think we've ever talked really before, Jimmy. So I hope we can continue to do so.
Yeah, I definitely would like to go one-on-one with you sometime.
Are you on Facebook?
No, I got banned from Facebook.
What did you do?
Yeah.
Yeah, they banned me on August 2nd last year. I had 187 community violations.
Oh, fuck. I've had quite a few myself. Not like that. Right. Okay. I'm going to Ruby, do you have Jimmy's email?
I do. And also, this is his X page, just in case if you have X, you can follow him.
Jimmy Bell. Right. I will look you up, mate. Okay, no problem. Thank you. I don't use X, but I will. My wife does, so I'll get you my email through to you through that. Okay.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Bye.
Guys, thank you very much. Have a lovely evening and enjoy your day. I will be partying tomorrow afternoon in Northern Ireland. So enjoy your day. Okay.
All right.
Got my hat.
Bye.
Take care, guys. Bye.
Bye. Oh,
Hey, Ruby, I'm gonna go ahead and jump off too. I got 17% battery left. 17.
Okay, so you're gonna be here tomorrow, right?
We'll see. We'll see. Depends on how things go. But you're gonna start at 12.
I mean, whenever they start, I start. I gotta watch everything.
Okay. All right. We'll see. I may or may not. We'll see how my day goes tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm definitely not working, so that's good. So
Oh yeah, kids are off too.
Yeah, everybody's
all
on
right, guys.
holiday.
Well, y'all have a good evening. Take care. Good night, everyone in the chat.
Oh, that was awesome.
That was good.
Yeah, we have to watch that inauguration from like start to beginning. I don't really mind. I mean, whenever obviously whenever Trump is there, that's when I'm gonna go on. So hopefully I wake up with enough time and you know.
Yeah.
So how did you like the rally, Tony?
It was really good.
How do you feel now?
Feel a little calmer, honestly. I guess now it's just the waiting game, but it felt good to hear him. I guess hear his speech. You know,
right?
He's more so just reaffirming.
Yep. And I hope he keeps his word. Like the one thing that got me was the JFK files and the Martin Luther King Jr.
Yeah, he
assassinations.
said that the first with the tomorrow he's gonna indict who? What did he say? I gotta rewatch it again. But what was he talking
Tomorrow, that's when it starts. He's in office. He's gonna start releasing these things, which he
everything.
did do before when he was president. He released some stuff, but then he talked about like the over classification of things that is of public interest. So he's gonna declassify those things, which should have been done such a long time ago. I like.
And then he mentioned something about like that they were stating that we shouldn't do it all in once. We should kind of spread it out.
Right, but that should have been like years ago. That's too long. You know what I mean? Like I remember talking to grandma about that. She witnessed that on TV, the JFK and the Martin Luther King Jr. And I used to ask her like, "Damn, like grandma, how did you handle that? A U.S. your president was killed."
Yeah.
And that's why when those things were happening to Trump, I was like, absolutely not. A president cannot die from it. Like, I don't know how I would react, but for me, I was like, nah, chill. Like, no. I was thinking like civil war is going to break out if something like that were to happen today, because we have internet, we have so much now. Like they didn't have that back then. So everybody was just watching TV and they just believed whatever they saw.
Yeah.
And that's, sad. But I think they were more indoctrinated than we are. You know what I'm saying? Like we're more awake.
Yeah.
So we should already know about the JFK stuff. This is past due, Oh, bye, Fire. She said she needs to get something accomplished.
Yeah, are we gonna do a movie?
Yes. So if anybody is interested, we are going to do movie night on the Discord server.
Severance, right?
XJW Friends. Let me share the link one more time. We have been watching the show Severance. It is such a good show.
What do you think? I've been telling you about this for a minute, but I'm so happy that we're watching it. I think we're watching it more so now because the second season came out. So I was like, Ruby, we gotta watch it. We gotta watch it.
Catch up. Yeah, but the show is amazing. It's so good. It's so good.
It gets better. It gets better.
Yep. So we are going to do TV night, movie night, TV show / movie night on the Discord server at 9 tonight, because I know Michelle's in a different time zone. If she's still watching, Michelle, meet us at 9 Eastern time, which is 8 o'clock for you. But whoever else is interested, 9 p.m. Eastern, we're going to do the Severance show. And we're going to binge a few more episodes, like maybe 3 or 4. We need to knock out season 1 so that by tomorrow we can do season 2.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that. Man, I'm excited. I'm actually very excited about tomorrow. I want to watch this with you guys. I want to witness history with you guys. I mean, Trump's win hasn't happened since President Grover Cleveland. And that was a really long time ago for him to win non-consecutively twice. That hasn't happened since Grover Cleveland. So everything that we are witnessing is pure history that you will be reading in the history books 100 years from now. You know what I'm saying? And we are watching it live happening in real time. So I want to thank everybody for watching with us. This was really fun. Thank you so much to Gigi, Jesse. Oh, Jesse didn't join today. Sorry, Jesse. No, thank you for you. So thank you to Gigi. Thank you to Jimmy, Neil, Tony, and everybody in the chat. And we will catch you soon. Tomorrow, 12 p.m. Don't forget.
Good night, everyone.
All right. Bye.
I'm a gun throwing patriot, God-fearing patriot. Pricing why they mad, cause I'm really Navy faking it. Free speech advocate, it's on my mind, I'm saying it. I'm about to buy another gun and ain't nobody taking it. Gun throwing patriot, God-fearing patriot. Pricing why they mad, cause I'm really Navy faking it. Free speech advocate, it's on my mind, I'm saying it. I'm about to buy another gun and ain't nobody taking it.
All red MAGA flags waving through the South like we just want 4 more years. Democrats can't get right. Trumping with that Yeezy flow. Don't go broke on Sleepy Joe. Make America great again.